because he deliver consistently, and he's doing that this season. So yeah, he's been outstanding and deserves his start again.
Just about to get underway. Manchester United remain in this left half of the field as we look at it. Welcome to our listeners on the BBC World Service this afternoon. West Ham 0, Arsenal 6, just in case you hadn't heard that one. So Arsenal staying third in the Premier League table, level on points with Manchester City, but they are the same on goal difference now after the 6-0 win for Arsenal. Liverpool still top of the table, 2 points ahead of City and Arsenal. We are underway, and I'll give you that Manchester United team in just a second. Andre Onana, all in green, plays straight up the middle of the park to Kobbie Mainoo. The initial sort of thunderous noise from kickoff dies down a bit, and then just a low booing noise ringing around Villa Park, and that's just all about Manchester United having possession of the football. Now the Villa fans start singing, looking for a special home performance from their team against still one of the biggest clubs, of course, in world football in Manchester United. Matty Cash in the right back position for Villa. First time ball away with his right foot. Casemiro chests it down, can't keep it in play on the halfway line, slips. So the Villa fans enjoyed that. Andre Onana in goal for Manchester United. Dalot, Maguire, Varane and Shaw the back four. Kobbie Mainoo, Casemiro the midfield pivot. Alejandro Garnacho, Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford in support of Rasmus Højlund, who has scored 4 goals in his last 4 Premier League games, and the one against West Ham last Sunday, as you said, Clinton, was a special strike, wasn't it?
He's starting to adapt now to the Premier League, so it'll be interesting against Longley, because I'm surprised Pau Torres is not coming. I know he's had a bit of an injury, but he's been one of Villa's best defenders, so it's like you said earlier with no Konza as well. That's their 2 regular centre-backs. I know Konza's been playing right back as well.
Jacob Ramsey chests the ball down, plays a 1-2 with Moreno, and is getting away from Diogo Dalot down the left-hand side. Ramsey at full speed, Dalot's back at it and slides in. Good contact on the ball, knocks Ramsey over, and it goes out for a throw-in to Aston Villa. Attacking position on the left, right under our noses in the commentary position here at Villa Park. Villa attacking towards the north stand, away to our left. Here's Moreno rolling his left foot over the ball twice. Manchester United back in numbers, and Douglas Luiz, quick crisp pass back to the halfway line, and Diego Carlos plays it across to Cash. Leon Bailey starts a run off the ball. Cash plays it forward to McGinn, back to Cash, little touch, takes him past Fernandes, gets the ball back again from Bailey, still he's going, then a challenge on him by Casemiro. Cash catches Casemiro. He needed no further invitation to take quite a dramatic tumble, make sure that he won the free kick. He does. Villa 0, Manchester United 0.
That's what he's good at. He senses danger. As I said, he might not be the quickest anymore, Casemiro, but he reads danger ever so well and does well there. But it's good from Cash getting forward, but he has to be careful. If he goes up, Rashford won't track him back, and there'll be space in behind.
Unai Emery, familiar figure of the Aston Villa manager, staring intently across the field. Smart dark blue coat, tightly tied, hands in pockets, dark hair slicked back, as Manchester United wait to take their free kick. Andre Onana, the goalkeeper, fires it down the left-hand side, beyond everyone, over the head of Matty Cash, and he lets it go out for a throw into Villa, which he then immediately takes. Replacement ball lobbed into his hands, long throw forward. Watkins got the first contact on it. Maguire's in there for Manchester United, hoiks it away with his right foot. Moreno heads it forward here to Ramsey. He's been heavily involved in the opening minutes. Lovely turn from Moreno to lose Garnacho. Ball just in behind Ramsey, so he had to take that on the turn, which he manages to do, but the move loses a little momentum. Now Douglas Luiz makes a dart down the left. Kobbie Mainoo steps in. Diogo Dalot down, hurt, holding his left thigh, having made a challenge. The ball is loose inside the Aston Villa half. Dalot's back on his feet, and Boubacar Kamara just comes trotting across the Villa half and plays a pass to Diego Carlos. Carlos across to Matty Cash, no pressure on him. Marcus Rashford just comes jogging towards him. Not seen Rashford on the ball as yet in the early stages of this game.
Al, you know, I was speaking to a few Villa fans coming in.
Yeah, Moreno's ball down the left.
What they say, you know what they say? They say with no Konza, most of their he starts the attacks, he's the most comfortable on the ball, and that's where they've missed him, because they said Carlos and Longley are not as comfortable as what Konza is at the ball starting their attacks, and that's where they've struggled recently as well.
Throw in Aston Villa. Varane volleyed the ball down the
I got nervous there. I thought I'd have to control it.
Yeah. Hard to head it with a baseball cap on.
Exactly.
Watkins cross into the penalty area. Casemiro heads it away. Clever from Diego Carlos. Jumped with Højlund. Gave him a little nudge in the back in mid-air, which just knocked the young Dane off balance. Here are Villa on the ball inside the Manchester United half. Douglas Luiz casually flicks it with the outside of his right boot. Back to Moreno. Longley plays across to Carlos, then Cash up to the halfway line. McGinn is able to turn. Harry Maguire just backs off him. Then McGinn has got the ball caught underneath his feet. Bruno Fernandes comes in with the challenge. Boubacar Kamara steps in to help out for Villa, and it's back with Carlos again. Low pass to Matty Cash. Longer ball, looking for the pace of Watkins. Varane's got it covered. Heads it away to the left. That will be a throw-in, I think, or has Shaw kept that in play? Shaw has kept it in play. Knocked it up in the air. Now falls to Watkins on the edge of the area. Lots of white Manchester United shirts around him. They make the tackle. Casemiro side foots it towards Bruno Fernandes. He tries to get Rasmus Højlund away. Offside flag does go up. Højlund runs onto the ball, was trying to tee himself up for a shot in the penalty area, but must have been. I think Erik ten Hag is making the point, why don't you leave the flag down until the end of the move?
But then you can't win, because I've seen an injury of someone before where Edison got injured. I think that's the right thing from the linesman, what he's done. And you know what, because I know I've been an ex-striker, I'll put my hand up straight away. I knew he was offside.
Yeah.
As a striker you're offside, but I know what Ten Hag's saying as well, Al.
Yeah, if it's a tight one, they're meant to leave the flag down, and the assistant referee there was absolutely certain. Up it went. I think, having had a look at the replay, the right decision. Strong challenge on McGinn on the halfway line. Ball forward. Anana's come out of his penalty area. Then the ball just sat up in front of him. Thought Watkins might get a block on it. Cleared away. Steepling clearance. Headed up in the air by Højlund. Douglas Luiz wins the next header. Varane just lobs a side-footed pass down the inside right channel. Moreno heads this away. Scrappy at the moment. Villa 0, Manchester United 0. Good defending from Dalot. Gets his body in the way of Watkins. Holds him off and plays it back to Andre Onana. 6.5 minutes gone. Villa 0, Manchester United 0. Ireland, Italy in the Six Nations. Second half of that one over on Radio 5 Sports Extra. Six Nations highlights. BBC 2 tonight. From 6 o'clock, and don't forget the AFCON final, Africa Cup of Nations final, coverage from 7:30 on BBC 3 this evening. Ivory Coast against Nigeria. Another offside decision goes against Manchester United. Rashford looks quizzically across the line and shrugs.
You know what, Al? You shouldn't be offside when you're looking across the line. I can understand as a centre forward because you can't see, but when you're on the left hand side and you're looking across the line, I know he's waiting for Varane to find that pass, but you can't be offside there, Rashford.
Aston Villa take their free kick. Unai Emery's got his left arm in the air for a second there. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to tell his team, as Martinez, his goalkeeper, plays it out to the right. Diego Carlos, high, diagonal ball. Good one as well to Moreno. Flicks it past Garnacho, collects the ball the other side. Mainu steps in, takes a kick in the chest from Moreno, but keeps playing. He's made a very assured start to this game, just as he has to his Manchester United career. When he gets on the ball, he just looks so unflustered, I think.
Yeah, comfortable. He knows his next pass, 1 and 2 touch, and that's a sign of a really good midfielder.
Ball goes wide here to Luke Shaw. Curling pass, trying to get it in behind the Villa defence. Diego Carlos stretches, first time clearance away, knocked down by Bailey to Kamara. A little nutmeg on Bruno Fernandes. Kamara knocked off balance but plays a good pass, and it's Jacob Ramsey driving forward through the heart of the Manchester United midfield. Rolls it to Watkins. Watkins plays back to Luiz. 8 minutes gone in the first half at Villa Park. Still the arms going everywhere from Unai Emery, and what he's doing, he's organising so his team are up the pitch in the United half, and he wants to make sure the back line's in place just in case this happens. Rashford on the counter-attack, getting up to full speed, running right down the middle of the pitch. Garnacho supporting on the outside. Still Rashford, dummies the shot, plays it to Garnacho, cross comes in, and it very nearly ends up as an own goal. Instead, it goes behind for a corner to Manchester United.
Yeah, it's brilliant play from Rashford. I thought he delayed the pass, but then when he plays it for Garnacho, because I think if he plays it earlier to Garnacho, he can be in on goal. Sent him a bit wider, but watching the replay, Garnacho surely should be doing better and picking out Højlund. In the end, it's good defending. It's good defending from Carlos. He gets back in, but I think he should have played that earlier, Ali.
Right, Bruno Fernandes getting some stick. He likes playing here at Villa Park. He does score goals here. He's got the left ball tucked under his arm as if it belongs to him. The kid in the playground, my ball, my game. Plops it down in the quadrant, and the Holt end giving him absolutely heaps as he does so. Just adjusts the shin pads, stands at 45 degrees to the ball, holds his right arm in the air, Bruno Fernandes, pauses, and then hits the corner into the penalty area. Good delivery. Varane went flying there, arching his back, trying to get a header on target. Claims he got a push in the back. There's Harry Maguire, who was also onto it. Ball is cleared, and it's Dalot for Manchester United inside his own half. Raking diagonal pass. Moreno leaps, heads the ball away. Bruno Fernandes just shepherds it out of play. Throw in for Manchester United on the right. Villa 0, Manchester United 0.
I do miss football playing, you know. When the fans are giving you some, I used to love it. I used to think I must be doing something right if you're giving me so much stick. I love to get involved as well.
I think this must have been one of the grounds where you would have got the most.
Oh, the most, for sure, yeah. And I loved and revelled in it as well.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. Clinton Morrison with us this Sunday afternoon on 5 Live. Villa 0, Manchester United 0. Luke Shaw, bouncing run from him as he passes to Rashford, then makes a dart himself. Cross in from Shaw into the far post, header away from Ramsey, not taking any chances. High lofted header behind for another Manchester United corner.
Yeah, it's good play between Rashford and Shaw. I think it's so good to see Shaw back playing. A little stand up, that's what you wanted, but it's good tracking back from Ramsey.
10 minutes gone in the first half. West Ham 0, Arsenal 6. Another one of Clinton's former clubs, Coventry, with a win today. 1-0 down against Millwall. They were in the Championship at lunchtime, but they won it by 2-1. Dundee have beaten St Johnstone by 2-1 in the Scottish Premiership today. Bruno Fernandes with another corner from the right. Deep away swinger. Maguire leaps, header on it, lofted over the bar. Goal kick for Aston Villa.
Yeah, it's a good ball in, but you know what it was? Is Maguire's just got ahead of it and he can't really get the power. But they will be a threat from set pieces, the likes of Maguire and Varane getting into the box, and Casemiro as well.
It was Unai Emery's first game in charge of Aston Villa last season, and they famously beat Manchester United by 3-1, ending a long run of games in the Premier League against them without success. They've still only won 2 of the last 25 against Manchester United in all competitions. But I think the belief more there now under Unai Emery. Martinez, Manchester United players closing in around him inside the penalty area, played away to the left. Moreno down the line to Watkins. Watkins just about keeps the ball in play. Plays back here to Moreno. 1-2 with Douglas Luiz. They've given it away. Bruno Fernandes inside the box. Feeds Højlund. Højlund's shot took a deflection, didn't it? Big deflection, and goes behind for a corner.
See what? I'm all for playing out from the back out, but you have to know when and when to play. When Man United are pressed ever so well, then sometimes you've got to go long. I think Moreno just needs to clip it down the line, but good closing down, really good. And when it falls to Højlund, you're thinking it's a great chance. He is onside, but he doesn't move it quick enough, and it's a great block. I think it's from Carlos.
Yes.
Great block from Carlos, but he doesn't get the ball out of his feet quick enough to get the shot away, but brilliant defending. 12
minutes gone in the first half. Another corner for Manchester United. Third of the game. Luke Shaw, away swinger again, headed away by Moreno. Maguire gets a head on the ball, nods it into the box. Watkins header away, drops down, loads of bodies around it. Comes back to Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes looks up, floats the diagonal into the Villa box. Moreno leaps, heads it away. Mainoo's onto the loose ball. McGinn goes chasing. Can't get there in front of the 18-year-old. Garnacho, little step over. Hits the left-footed drive well wide of the target. Martinez with a very acrobatic dive to his left. He always knew that was going wide. One for the cameras. Picks the water bottle up, has a quick drink, and gets ready to take the goal kick for Aston Villa.
No, you're right, Al, but it's a good little spell for Man United. Villa can't get out at the moment, so really good spell and good play from Kobbie Mainoo. He got there ahead of John McGinn, played it to Garnacho. And Unai Emery is telling his look, he's like the orchestra. He's brilliant.
He's the conductor, isn't he?
He is the conductor. It's brilliant. Yeah. But you have to know as a player what you're doing in his team.
Oh, what a lovely touch and turn from John McGinn to get away from Maguire. Ramsey, acres of space inside the Manchester United half, plays it to his left to Bailey. Sliding challenge made by Dalot, and Manchester United will bring it away. Clinton.
He plays it too early, Ramsey. I don't even think he has to, because Dallow's already ready. It's brilliant defending from Dalot. Turn from McGinn's outstanding, but he could just go himself and have a shot.
Yeah, opportunity wasted for Aston Villa. Oh, he's offside again, Marcus Rashford, wide on the left. Twice in the first 15 minutes of this first half. Exactly the same again, Clinton. No reason to be offside there.
He's looking across the line,
bit
Rashford.
Dozy.
You just look across the line. Just hold your run. You're quicker than Matty Cash. He's worried about you.
Moreno for Villa. Jacob Ramsey again, space on the left. Pace and strength from Ramsey. Gets away from Mainoo, struggling to keep up with him. Ramsey has Mainoo in front of him, just outside the box on the left. Left-footed cross. Mainoo sticks a leg on it. McGinn tries to hit a volley on the turn, miscues it, comes back to him. Little chip cross from him, looking for Watkins, headed away by Maguire. McGinn now chests it down, edge of the box, turns, and thought Ramsey would be running onto that on the left. Ramsey had stopped still, couldn't get anywhere near the pass, and behind it goes for a goal kick. So 14 minutes played, 5 Live and BBC Sounds live at Villa Park. Good start to the game. Villa 0, Manchester United 0.
Really good. And Ramsey looks lively. Looks really lively on this left-hand side, causing a lot of problems for Dalot. Oh, see that? England manager Gareth Southgate was on the screen and he was getting booed. Did he not used to play for Villa? Interesting.
Yeah, big reaction from the fans there. Ball drops to Douglas Luiz. Tries to knock it past Casemiro on the edge of the...
He captained this club, didn't he?
Manchester United penalty area.
Have we missed something?
I think we may well have done. Rashford collects a ball on the left, starts dribbling. He wasn't offside that time. He's fouled, says referee Robert Jones. Boubacar Kamara wags a finger and says, I don't think so, but the referee not going to change his mind. Free kick for Manchester United. There was nothing in that. He knocked the ball through the legs of Kamara. Kamara makes no contact. His body's in the way and Rashford sort of jumps up in the air, and I think buys a free kick there for the visiting team. Villa 0, Manchester United 0. So this free kick will come in from the left, midway inside the Villa half, either struck by Bruno Fernandes or Luke Shaw. Austin McPhee out there all the time in the Villa technical area. Set piece coach. This one Villa defending. Bruno Fernandes runs over it. Shaw delivers it with his left foot. Again tries to flick a header away. The ball bounces inside the box. Emi Martinez thought he kept that in play, but the assistant referee says no, says that is going to be a corner for Manchester United. Let's have a look on the replay here. Shaw's delivery.
He's offside anyway, who goes for it. And
did go behind, yeah.
And it is the right decision. You know, Emi Martinez, he'll argue with everyone.
Yeah. Corner Manchester United then, who've made a decent start to this game. Back-to-back wins in the Premier League against Wolves and West Ham. And here at Villa Park, it's Bruno Fernandes. Another deep corner aimed at Maguire, and Højlund close range knocks in the knockdown, and Manchester United have the lead. 5 in 5 for Rasmus Højlund. Aston Villa fans around us look stunned. It's Villa 0, Manchester United 1.
Yeah, they get the first contact. It's a good ball. I said Harry Maguire's a threat. He always is a threat when he gets into the box, and he wins the first contact. But like good strikers, he reacts, Højlund. I want to see the replay because Villa are putting their arm up like it's an offside, but credit Højlund. He's about 3 yards out, and it's a poacher's goal. Really good goal. He's anticipating. He's on the front foot, Ali. Really good goal from Højlund.
Manchester United have been looking dangerous from the set pieces. Maguire,
he's onside.
He's onside, isn't he?
Yeah, it's Moreno. No, it is. You know
it's
who
Ollie
it is?
Watkins.
That's when I don't like strikers going back. He doesn't squeeze up. It's Ollie Watkins that plays in one side. Everyone else squeezes up, and Watkins plays in one side. So yeah, it's a defender a striker who don't like defending. It's a goal, but it's a good goal from Højlund.
Video assistant referee is David Coote today. He and his team will be having a look at the potential offside for the goal. You're saying goal?
He's given it already.
And the goal is given here at Villa Park. Rasmus Højlund continues his great run in front of goal. All he had to do was stick a left foot on it, close range, knocked it through the goalkeeper's legs. Villa 0, Manchester United 1. So the Manchester United win today would take them to 41 points, 5 points behind Aston Villa, who started today in 5th. Højlund winning a ball back for Manchester United inside his own half. They've lost it though, and here's Jacob Ramsey on the left. Villa are immediately trying to get back into the game. Ramsey plays back to Kamara. Kamara in the middle of the United half. Right-footed pass to Matty Cash, who jogs onto the ball. Side foots it to Leon Bailey wide on the right for Villa. Bailey just teasing United defenders but moving away from goal. They're quite happy with that. Cash plays it back to Carlos. Carlos with the lofted ball down the right. Luke Shaw, dinky little header to Maguire. Maguire side foots it back to Shaw in the left back position. Rolls a pass down the touchline. Casemiro on the turn, and it goes out for a throw into Aston Villa in an attacking position. They're trailing Manchester United by a 1-0, having lost their last 2 games here against Newcastle in the Premier League and Chelsea in the FA Cup. Villa just keep possession inside the United half. They work it from right to left. Long lay, plays back to Luiz. Moreno's in good space here on the left. Luiz sees him, floats the pass to him. Moreno controls it. He's got Garnacho in front of him. Garnacho wants him on his right foot. Little 1-2 here with Jacob Ramsey. Moreno's cross is blocked by Garnacho, and it goes behind for an Aston Villa corner. So we'll see what Aston Villa can do with this, and then I believe we'll be taking you to Dublin. Ireland, Italy's all over in the Six Nations. You've had commentary on Radio 5 Sports Extra of that this afternoon, so we'll get you a full-time score on that in a second shortly. Let's see what Aston Villa can do with their corner. Douglas Luiz, a couple of deep breaths. His right wrist and hand heavily strapped in a white bandage, runs to the ball now, curling corner into the box. Varane leaps and heads it away. Matty Cash comes sprinting back. He says, I've got it covered, and side foots a first time pass on the half volley back to Martinez. Emi Martinez plays it low to his left. Jacob Ramsey just comes across the halfway line, then moves to his right, plays across to Kamara, and Kamara in the centre circle looks up, and it's an easy, languid pass across to Cash. Cash brings it forward 7 or 8 yards, then Villa come back again. Here's Kamara.
They have a good shape, Man United. Look, everyone's defending, even Hoyland. They're in their own half. Really good shape.
Looking better from Manchester United at the moment. Here's Moreno, dummies across with his left foot. Garnacho again, happy for Moreno to be on the right foot, edge of the box, back to Ramsey. Ramsey's shot well off target, behind for the goal kick. So Sarah Mulkerrins has been watching Ireland-Italy in the Six Nations.
Yeah, full time it's Ireland 36, Italy nil. A bonus point victory for the hosts to welcome Wales to Dublin in 2 weeks' time, still with the chance of claiming back-to-back Grand Slam titles. 6 tries today against an Italian side who offered little. Jack Crowley got his first international try. He did miss 3 of 5 conversions. Dan Sheehan was impressive. He had 2 tries. Jack Conan, James Lowe, and then Munster's Calvin Nash all went over. A solid showing then from Ireland. They kept Italy from scoring in Dublin. 36-0 the final score.
As I said, highlights BBC 2 6 o'clock for your Six Nations Rugby Special, Rugby Union Daily Podcast, available via the BBC Sounds app. Here's Ramsey on the ball for Aston Villa, edge of the Manchester United box, rolls it across to McGinn. McGinn quickly on to Bailey inside the United area, curling effort wide. Andre Onana watches it flash well wide of the Manchester United goal. It remains Villa 0, Manchester United 1.
It's good play from Ramsey, in particular Douglas Luiz. He's one of the best midfielders there is in the Premier League. I think the way he keeps the ball and manipulates the ball is outstanding. McGinn plays it to Bailey, and I'm thinking Sheffield United when he bends it in, comes inside onto his left foot, Bailey, and bends it into that far corner, but I think Onana had it covered. It was well wide, but it's good play from Aston Villa. Women's
FA Cup 5th round latest game kicked off at 4 o'clock. Everton 2-0 up away to Nottingham Forest. Onana, Manchester United's goalkeeper, long clearance down the middle of the pitch. Mainu flicks it on. Garnacho tries to run onto it, intercepted by Carlos for Villa. Now Longley forward to Watkins with a pacey pass back to Moreno just casually backheels it to Longley sees an opportunity to go through the middle into the heart of the Manchester United midfield. Again Watkins is used, he lays it off to Kamara, and Manchester United are back in their defensive shape. Matty Cash finds Bailey. Manchester United well aware of the threat of Leon Bailey. Anytime he gets on the ball, there are white shirts immediately clustered around him. Emi Martinez, Villa's goalkeeper, just walking to the edge of his penalty area. Pass forward to Carlos, on to Cash on the right. Cash doesn't see an option down the right. Once more from Leon Bailey there. Plays back to Carlos. Carlos going for the longer one, and this is the run from Bailey in from the right. Luke Shaw wondering if Onana's coming. He is eventually. Heads it away. Only as far as Ollie Watkins. Maguire is back to get in his way. Watkins plays it across to McGinn. Shooting chance. What a hit, what a save. That went like a rocket, destined for the top corner, and Andre Onana makes a fabulous save.
That's top draw.
Oh, they're taking the corner quickly. Nearly caught me out there. Douglas Luiz into the far post, and ball beats everyone and goes behind for a goal kick. Well spotted.
Yeah, I thought I'm not talking over you there, Al, but the play's brilliant. It's a good long ball, and Onana doesn't do it. He comes out and he thinks maybe he should have put his foot through it, but he heads it. Good play from Watkins. Let me tell you, the save is world class, to be fair. It's a brilliant save. I think the strike from John McGinn is really clean, like you said, Al, but brilliant save from Onana. And maybe because, you know what, maybe if it's in the corner, it's even better, because it's in the middle, but still a great save.
It's the power of the strike.
Exactly, mate.
And Onana had to leap, and sort of knocks him backwards as he saves it. Villa got the bit between their teeth. What a ball! McGinn to Watkins, save from Onana again in the one-on-one. Villa still coming, and Casemiro this time is able to calmly play out from the back. 2 really important saves from Manchester United's goalkeeper. Very different saves. Onana is down hurt. Emi Martinez Plays a short pass here to Diego Carlos. I think Carlos is going to knock the ball out of play.
He's not injured. What it is they're under pressure. So it's clever. I'm staying down because we're under pressure. This place is starting to get out ahead of steam. So I'm playing the clever game. Let me tell you, Watkins should score. The form Ollie Watkins is in. The touch from John McGinn is outstanding. The touch is brilliant. And he sets himself. And I think there's just a bit of contact on Dalot. But you know what he should do? Dink it over the goalie. Because Onana does ever so well. He comes out, spreads himself quickly. And listen, it's easier sat here. I've been in that position and done exactly what Watkins is. But if he has that again, he dinks that over Onana and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Clinton, you're the expert because you've been there. That pass from McGinn,
brilliant.
Was rolling quite slowly towards Watkins, and he waited and waited for it to come. Could he have possibly moved towards it and then tried to?
Well, that's what he's doing. He's waiting, and you know why he's waiting? Is there's not enough pace on it, and that's why. And he's thinking, if I go to it, I'm gonna have to take a touch, and Dalot might come back at me. What Dalot does, he recovers a little bit and just gives him a little nudge in the back. But I still think once he's in there out, he can just dink it over him. But credit to Dalot and Onana, but great touch from John McGinn.
It's the voice of Clinton Morrison, BBC Radio 5 Live. As always, available on the BBC Sounds app if you're on the move this weekend, any weekend, and you want to listen to all of the sport. Villa 0, Manchester United 1. Højlund the goal scorer. Onana's still down, but he's made 2 fabulous stops.
And I told you we'd get goals, and we'll get more goals. We're not just going to get one. There's goals in this game.
It's the Clinton Morrison promise, and we certainly had goals in the Premier League earlier on today. West Ham 0, Arsenal 6 it finished. Here's a stat for you from our producer Rob Schofield. Rasmus Højlund, the youngest player to score in 5 consecutive Premier League games for Manchester United, but there would be some competition for that if you think about the young strikers that have come through. So he's done that against Villa twice, because he scored in that 3-2 comeback win on Boxing Day. Tottenham, Wolves and West Ham. So Manchester United leading by a goal to 0. Onana's back on his feet. The game is back underway. Talking about the BBC Sounds app, home to all the podcasts, of course. Football Daily there for you later tonight, first thing tomorrow morning. Ben Haynes and the team, usual Sunday team after the weekend's football. Here come Villa again down the left. Moreno's pass to Ramsey into the box. Ramsey's finish not right. Screws it well wide of the target, opening his body up and looking to stroke it into the far corner across the goalkeeper, but he's missed it by quite a long way.
He's not set. It's all coming down this left-hand side. Moreno's causing problems. You know, Dalot doesn't know whether to mark Ramsey. Ramsey's picking up some great position, and once he gets there, he's not set. And the ball just gets it. He should really maybe take another touch, try and shift it. Great opportunity.
Onana thinks he's seen an opportunity with a quick goal kick down the middle, cleared, but only as far as Rashford. Now Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes taking his time, looking for the run of Mainu to his right. Mainu just gets there in time, stabs a pass to Alejandro Garnacho. Garnacho to Fernandes inside the Villa half on the turn. Back he comes to Varane, the tall, elegant French centre-back. Finds Dalot. Dalot to Garnacho. Back to Dalot again. He comes jogging back into his own half. 27.5 minutes gone in the first half. More reaction to West Ham 0. Arsenal 6 at half-time with Steve Crossman. We heard from Mikel Arteta, the Arsenal boss, ahead of kick-off in this game. Waiting to hear from the West Ham manager David Moyes. I know the West Ham fans will certainly want their say on today's event, as will the Arsenal fans. 6:06 follows this commentary with Robbie Savage and Chris Sutton. Bruno Fernandes bundled off the ball as he chases a through ball through to the edge of the Aston Villa penalty area. Longley, measured pass down the left. Good stretch and control from Dalot. Dalot's pass to Maguire. McGinn closing in. Maguire finds Casemiro. Casemiro's pass puts Luke Shaw under a little bit of pressure. Chased by Bailey. Back to his goalkeeper Onana. Onana's got Watkins breathing down his neck. Shaw again in the left back position. Low ball towards Rashford. Rashford deep in his own half. Back to Shaw. Shaw forward to Casemiro, who's caught.
No way.
Or maybe he's not, according to Clinton Morrison. But that is a free kick for Manchester United.
I'm not sure about that. Listen, the referee's way closer than me. Maybe my eyes are going as I get older, but it looks like to me Cash gets a bit of the ball. I could be proved wrong on this replay, and I'll hold my hand up. And it is a foul. I am wrong. So I'll hold my hand up.
So when you're wrong, you say so, Clinton.
100%. Yeah, I'm wrong. Referee, good decision from the referee.
Well done, ref. Well done, ref. Robert Jones. Villa 0, Manchester United 1. Manchester United looking to make it 3 Premier League wins in a row. They will feature in our 4:30 commentary in the Premier League next Sunday as well. We're at Kenilworth Road for that one. Luton against Manchester United. Champions League football back this week as well. Tuesday night Full commentary on Manchester City away to FC Copenhagen. And on Wednesday night, we're live from Rome. Lazio against Harry Kane's Bayern Munich. Tackle by Moreno on Dalot, but Manchester United come again. Fernandes fires a pass out to Dalot on the right. Fernandes makes himself available, gives it back to Dalot, looking for a crossing opportunity. Ball comes in to the far post. Matty Cash with a backheel volley away. Leon Bailey starts to dribble out of his own half, looking for the run of Watkins from left to right. Casemiro sliding in, wins the ball.
Had to get that. He knew he didn't want to be in a race with him. Al, you described it brilliantly. He had to make that tackle.
Yeah, full stretch from Casemiro. Watkins would have been away. He did get the ball. Villa recycle possession. Emery pointing as ever where he wants players to run. Moreno starts a run down the left. Longley slides a good pass through, just intercepted by Dalot. Again at full stretch. Dalot then plays a 1-2 while sitting on his backside with Casemiro. Manchester United have given the ball away. And Unai Emery now flapping like a big bird on the
He wants them
there.
to calm down, but it's hard when the fans are urging you to go forward, but his team have a game plan and he wants them to relax and find the spaces.
He's very watchable this afternoon, is Unai Emery. Villa trailing Manchester United by 1-0. Rasmus Højlund from close range from the Manchester United corner. Here's Bailey wide on the right. Luke Shaw right in front of him. Those Manchester United fans in the lower tier and upper tier of that Doug Ellis stand alongside the pitch opposite us. Villa have given the ball away. Mainu wins it on the halfway line. What can Manchester United do with it? Garnacho wants it early from Varane. He's got it. Here is Garnacho. Moreno in front of him. Garnacho's cross into the far post just beyond Højlund. Bruno Fernandes, both arms out on the edge of the box, plaintively saying, I was here, I was here. Villa have cleared.
Yeah, I think Garnacho does a step over and he beats Moreno and his head's down. He doesn't see Bruno on the edge.
Casemiro back to Shaw. Shaw down the left to Rashford. Rashford starts a run in field across to Casemiro. His pass is cut out. Leon Bailey immediately looking for the speed of Watkins. Varane racing with him. Varane. It's Onana who comes flying out of his penalty area, gets there first for Manchester United and clears it out for a throw.
It's a good race, that. I think if it's on the other side, Watkins beats Maguire every day. So that's what Villa will be looking to do. Watkins to play on the shoulders.
Throw in Villa then on the right. And Nana wasn't moving entirely freely there as he came racing out to clear.
Yeah, maybe that first injury he got where he collided with Dalot and Watkins.
Thank you. Throw in Villa then, just inside the Manchester United half. 14 minutes left in this first half. Moreno wide on the left. Longley decides not to go there. Comes back in field to Luiz. Luiz ball through the middle to Watkins. Holds off Varane. Watkins then tackled on the edge of the box by Casemiro. Mainu gets a foot in. Kamara intercepts. Prods it wide to Leon Bailey. Overhits the cross with his right foot. And it goes straight behind for a goal kick to Manchester United.
It's a poor cross from Leon Bailey. And you don't see him use his right foot enough. And that's what I'm saying nowadays. Players should be two-footed and he gets it. And it's a poor cross from Bailey. He should be doing better in that position.
So goal kick for Manchester United to come. As I say, 6:06 to follow us tonight. So from half-time the lines will be open. Usual number to have your say, 08085 909 693 is the number to dial. It'll be lively tonight, I think. Dalot on the ball in the right-back position. Super Bowl night as well. Super Bowl 58 live from Las Vegas. 5 Live's coverage starts at 11 o'clock. Game starts around about 11:30. Here's McGinn, 25 yards out central position. Too many white shirts in front of him, so Villa go left to Ramsey. Ramsey back to Luiz. Luiz with a little shoulder shake to try and lose the attentions of Mainu. Across to Kamara. Further right to Cash. And Manchester United just pushing Villa back towards the halfway line. Then Bailey collects it on the right, starts to move in field. Back to Kamara. Had to stretch to control that. Luiz lets it run. Kamara still going. Højlund chasing. Nearly knocks him off balance. Kamara somehow keeps his feet. Højlund's still tugging at his sleeve of his shirt. No, he's not going to get the free kick, Kamara. Villa fans, as you can hear, absolutely livid. But their team's got defending to do now because Manchester United moving forward in these white shirts at speed. Rashford on the left, bringing the ball infield threateningly. Low pass. Fernandes step over. Højlund, that's a dive.
And he wouldn't, even if it's a foul, he wouldn't have given it because he knows he's made a big mistake at this end now, and that's why he wouldn't give it anyway. Because you know what referees, when they miss one that end, you're right, it is a dive. He would not have given it even if it was a foul.
Højlund trying to turn on the edge of the penalty area. Was hoping for the contact from the defender. It wasn't there, so tries to buy the free kick. naughty. That is the kind of thing that gets you featuring in the simulation game on 606.
Unai Emery saying to the fourth official, big dive.
Yeah, exactly, making the point. Villa 0, Manchester United 1. 11 minutes remaining in the first half, and it just calms again a little as Villa start to play from inside their own half. Back it comes to Martinez. Across the long lay, Moreno wide, hugging this left-hand touchline. Garnacho right on top of him, across to Douglas Luiz, the bearded Brazilian. Turns away from Bruno Fernandes, loads of space to his right, and Villa now can bring it up to the halfway line with Boubacar Kamara coasting forward, looking left and right. Douglas Luiz to his left. Moreno makes the run, pass not released, but they find Ramsey instead. Ramsey's shot well blocked by Maguire. They're getting in there every time.
Ramsey's the problem. He's causing all kinds of problems and getting into it. He's finishing at the moment. Listen, on that occasion the touch is good. It's a brilliant block from Maguire, but he's got to get his shots away earlier. He's causing a lot of problems, Ramsey. He's the danger man at the moment.
Free kick for Manchester United as the Villa attack broke down, trying to win the ball back. There was a foul, so it's the Kansas City Chiefs against the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl tonight. Coverage on 5 Live from 11. If you want a bit of build-up, the All About podcast, All About the Super Bowl, is there for you on the BBC Sounds app, which is a good build-up to the big event tonight. Here's Ramsey again, wide on the left this time, taking Dalot on, holds him off. Strokes a pass back to Watkins, corner of the Manchester United area, to Luiz. Bailey on the turn, little pass looking for McGinn. Watkins on the run through, can't get there. Onana comes out and scoops it up for Manchester United.
Since the Man United goal, they've been the better team, Villa. Villa are the one who's playing the football and playing the 1 and 2 touches. They just need a rub of the green in that final third.
10 minutes remaining in the first half. A couple of the Villa subs come trotting out. Luca Dean, Villa fans will be pleased to see him back fit again. They're applauding him, he's applauding them in return. Yuri Tielemans out there as well. Maguire just outside his own penalty area. Rolls a pass to Luke Shaw to his left. Shaw's low ball up towards Bruno Fernandes. Has time to turn inside his own half. Back to Varane. Manchester United switching the point of attack. And it's Dalot bringing the ball across the halfway line. The bright white hair of Alejandro Garnacho stands out ahead of him on the right. But it's Maguire in his yellow boots from the halfway line, looking for the diagonal to Rashford. Not a great pass. Cash read that from a long way off, and Cash is moving forward. Good speed, pass Casemiro. Now, was he touched there? He goes down, he gets a free kick. Who's getting booked? Casemiro or Cash if there was no contact? I think
he's give the foul, so it's got to be Casemiro. Yeah,
Casemiro saying he didn't touch him, ref. Didn't touch him, ref. Look at this. The dramatic reaction from Casemiro. He's turning around to all the fans saying, you saw it. I didn't touch him. Let's have a look. Let's see if he's right, Casemiro. Little flick from Cash, bringing it down the right-hand side.
Oh, he doesn't even touch him. Wow, that is...
No.
That is... He's tripped over his own feet, Cash. Chris Sutton. Yeah, simulation, is that what it's called? No, there's another one tonight. Yeah. Even though he does trip over his own foot, but it's not a yellow card, it's not a foul.
Terrible free kick, the ball's given away. Mainu with a little flick just inside his own half. Clever chip pass to Fernandes. Fernandes has got Rashford ahead of him on the left. Luke Shaw bombing past Rashford. Rashford cuts infield though. Edge of the box, still Rashford into the penalty area. Now the low cutback, takes a deflection, headed across goal. Might fall to Mainu. No, Luiz is there and clears it away for Villa. Watkins barged in the back by Varane. That is a free kick for Aston Villa.
It's a booking though, because he's lost all control of the game, the referee, and that's because of the silly decisions that he's making. It's got to be more sensible. And I don't like putting pressure on referees anymore. No. I like to praise the referee, but he needs to get control of the game. Because it's a good game. You don't want to be talking about the referee. You rather talk about how good the game is.
7 minutes left in the first half. Aston Villa 0. Manchester United 1. Villa having lost their last 2 games here against Newcastle and Chelsea, but certainly not used to that this season. Look at McGinn chuntering away down the right, chasing a lost course. What an effort.
He's a player, by the way, John McGinn. He is some player. I'd want to, if I'm going to the trenches, I'd want him in my squad, that's for sure.
Well, what he made sure happened there was Onana had to come across and clear the ball away with his left foot, couldn't let it go behind for the goal kick, cleared it. Villa have the throw. Moreno's in acres of space on the left, the diagonal's on, but at the moment Carlos is just happy to keep the ball and come back to Martinez.
See, the problem is that the fans want them to get forward quicker, and Unai Emery's telling them to calm down. So you have to believe in what he's trying to tell them to do.
Kamara, lob ball over the top. Ramsey chases. Dallow's got it covered. Onana off his line. One bounce and into the arms of the Manchester United goalkeeper. Onana just jogging to his left, bowls it out underarm to Harry Maguire. Maguire comes skipping forward, just waiting for McGinn to come towards him. Forward to Mainu under pressure. Villa players all around him, just side foots it back to the goalkeeper Onana, and Villa happy to stand off there, waiting for Manchester United to make the next move. Yuri Tielemans going through some sprints as one of the Villa subs beneath us here, and still Onana has the ball at his feet. Watkins eventually comes towards him, and then Onana just plays it to his left to Maguire, forward to Casemiro. Now Shaw up towards Rashford, cash in quickly on Rashford. Fernandes down, caught off the ball. Clearance from Diego Carlos. Maguire sticks out a right boot, not taking any chances, and volleys it out of play for a throw into Aston Villa on the right. Thrown in to Maguire, slightly loose control from him. Luke Shaw's able to take it off him. Forward he goes to Højlund. Højlund inside his own half. Douglas Luiz is chasing. Dalot in support to his right. Dalot finds Højlund again, little step over. Garnacho's on the move. Højlund though running away from tracking Villa midfielders. Kamara in with the challenge. The ball comes flying off his shins and actually goes out for a Manchester United corner. Yeah,
Ramsey's got to win the ball there. Dalot showed him the ball and he wasn't quick enough to go and win the ball, and that's what Douglas Luiz and Unai Emery are disappointed at the moment. There's something.
Yeah, announcement for the second time this half up on the big screen. Aston Villa operates a zero tolerance policy regarding discrimination of any kind, including racial abuse, hate and homophobic chanting. That has gone up twice on the big screen in the first half here. Manchester United waiting to take the corner. Bruno Fernandes will deliver that with his right foot. Now, they scored their goal from a corner on the right, and it was aimed at Harry Maguire. This one is driven hard, deep. That is Maguire, who heads it back up in the air. Ball's down loose inside the Villa box, cleared away. Flags up though, so Aston Villa will get the free kick and have a chance to get the ball away. We were saying before the game though, Clinton, going to test their self-belief, because a couple of defeats here recently, now find themselves behind, although as you say, since going behind they have been the better team, haven't they? And Onana's made a couple of fabulous stops actually. Yeah,
this is a better performance than in midweek without a shadow of doubt. They're creating chances. Onana's made 2 really brilliant saves and they've missed a few chances as well, so even if they go in 1-0 down, I know it'll be disappointed Unai Emery, but not with the performance. I think the performance has been good.
Villa 0, Manchester United 1 on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Matty Cash just inside the Manchester United half. Ball forward from Carlos to Watkins. Watkins lay off, doesn't quite make it to Ramsey. Mainu chips one over the top. Fernandes chases, covered by Matty Cash, heads it back to his goalkeeper Martinez. Martinez slings that outside arm, great distance on that, down the left. Moreno's kept it in play. Moreno on the move inside the Manchester United half. The ball to Ramsey's on. Ramsey looks for Watkins, might fall to McGinn. McGinn's shot smothered by Harry Maguire at close range. Falls to Bailey, little touch from Bailey, heading for the byline, and Onana comes sliding out and grabs it for Manchester United.
It's just they get to that final third, it's either the final touch, the final pass hasn't been good enough. There you're thinking, Bailey, just put your foot through it, you're through bodies, but good defending from Luke Shaw in the end. And one thing Man United have done, they've defended well in and around their 6-yard box for Varane, Maguire, Dalot, Shaw. They've put their body on the line.
Yeah. Maguire for Manchester United. Plays it back to Onana. He's got to be careful now. Watkins senses an opportunity, closed him down. Onana clears. He was under pressure there, and it goes out for a throw-in to Villa, which Cash takes. Long throw down the right. Maguire's got it covered. Heads it away. Bruno Fernandes, nice control. Knocks it forward to Højlund. Mainu up to win a header. Fernandes nods it down to Casemiro. Rashford will do well to keep that in play on the left. Tries to flick it over the head of Bailey. It doesn't work. Still Bailey on the dribble for Villa. Shaw puts a foot in, misses the ball. Still Bailey. Rashford comes thundering in and makes the tackle, and that will be a free kick for Aston Villa on the right. That was rash, if you don't mind me saying.
Yeah, I think it was Bruno Fernandes. I think it was Rashford. He was near him, you're right, Al, but I think it was Bruno Fernandes that did dive in. He wasn't even going to give it to the referee. It was his linesman, but that's what they're there for, is to help you.
Yeah, so the rash line doesn't work there, unfortunately.
Nah, it did work. It sounded very good, so don't worry about that.
Good from Bailey to hold on to the ball. Going to see the challenge again. Yeah, heavy challenge from Bruno Fernandes. And that's why Aston Villa will have this free kick, and John McGinn is going to swing it in with his left foot once Robert Jones has got everything sorted, marching away 10 yards here. I was just thinking, as I said, Matty Cash's name in commentary. He's one of those, we talk about this with commentators, sometimes you use both names. I don't know why with him you feel like you need to say the Matty Cash because it trips
sounds
off the tongue.
better, don't it?
I don't know why.
Maybe
why you
Cash,
don't say Cash.
gets
Exactly.
across
exactly.
it, yeah.
Douglas Luiz is another where I quite often say Douglas Luiz rather than just Luiz. But anyway, last minute of the first half, added time to come. Villa trailing 1-0. They've got 2 players on the goalkeeper from the set piece. McGinn goes into the near post and nearly sneaks it in. Onana dives to his left, and that will be a corner because Onana carried it over the dead ball line.
Do you remember that? They did that at Old Trafford and they scored when they had the 2 players there.
That's right.
I don't think the delivery was as good. 2
players in the offside position who then come running back.
Out,
but they're just sort of distracting the goalkeeper. That's the idea. But Villa have got a corner out of this. Trailing 1-0. McGinn will take this as well. McGinn just pauses, then delivers with his left foot, curling towards the far post. Maguire, good header, took a knock as well. Onana comes forward to slap him on the back and say thank you very much. Headed over his own bar, corner for Aston Villa again.
It's a brilliant header. The ball in from McGinn's outstanding, but brilliant defending from Harry Maguire.
4 minutes of added time, so Aston Villa will take encouragement from that. Behind in the game, as Douglas Luiz takes the corner into the near post. This time it's Casemiro who jumps and heads it away for Villa. Cash gets there, plays it back to Martinez. Diagonal ball towards the corner of the box. Shaw's got it covered. Shaw's in the right back position for a second here. Moreno's run past the bouncing ball. Mainu onto it, back to Fernandes. Fernandes sees an opportunity to get it out to Rashford. Rashford needed that to hit him on the back actually and just fall to him, and it flies past him and goes out for a throw-in to Aston Villa.
Yeah, Bruno wanted a foul, and it wasn't a foul. Douglas Luiz, it was a good block off. John McGinn blocked him off, and he's arguing with the referee. That's why he's pulled him now, because he threw his hands at him. And I'm surprised he doesn't book him.
Right,
but he's let him off.
Yeah. Bruno Fernandes having a moan up. Robert Jones has had enough of it. Throw-in taken by Villa. 4 minutes of added time at the end of the first half. Back pass to Martinez. Got to be quick. He was. Garnacho was closing in. Side-footed ball away. Casemiro heads it forward. Kamara headed clearance. Bailey. Nice little touch to find Luiz. Luiz looking to get Villa out and moving forward late in this first half. Found some space on the left with Longley. Moreno sets off again on his own down the left. Longley's not going to play the pass. They go to the right to Cash. Bailey offers to run in behind. Off he goes, but Maguire saw that coming. Sprints across to cover the ball forward. Maguire clears with his left foot onto the chest of Cash. Cash to McGinn. Back to Cash again. Almost up to the edge of the area. Ball wouldn't quite fall for him. Casemiro's lost it on the edge of the box. Back to McGinn. Side-footed pass finds Watkins. On here to Moreno. Dallo, I think, has got that covered. Oh, is he tripped Moreno?
No, he's not sure.
No, Robert Jones points and says goal kick. Diogo Dallo comes over to haul Moreno to his feet and says, come on, I didn't foul you there. We'll have a look, Clinton, at the replay, the slow-mo. No. His foot gets stuck in the ground. It's never been a foul. Referee just paused for a second, didn't he? Had to think about it. What have I seen there? Yes, I've seen that clearly.
Yep.
No penalty.
Good decision. Well done, referee.
Well done, ref, again. Yep. Very good. 2 minutes of added time remaining at the end of the first half. Back with Steve Crossman at half-time. 6:06 on the way. After Villa, Manchester United. Villa 0, Manchester United 1 at the moment. The Hoyland goal separating the two teams. Lovely driven ball on the bounce from Mainu. Finds Rashford up by the edge of the Villa box. Shaw coming up in support. Rashford lets him run by. Plays it back to Fernandes. Fernandes can't beat Kamara. Tackle from Kamara, though, sends the ball to Rashford again. Rashford, the lithe figure, gliding across the turf. Plays to Dallo. Dallo to Garnacho. Support from Dallo on the outside. Moreno slides in, knocks it behind. Another Manchester United corner. They lead Aston Villa by 1-0.
Yeah, good. It's good play from Man United. They know they're in added on time, and clever play from Rashford. Good defending from Moreno.
In terms of the Erik ten Hag tenure, so far Manchester United have not won an away game under him against any of the teams in the top 9 of the Premier League table. 13 games, drawn 2, lost 11. So it's another little thing that Manchester United need to do. It will continue to show signs of improvement under Ten Hag if they can. They're leading 1-0 at the moment, and they have a corner, which Fernandes goes low this time to the edge of the box to Mainu. Slides a pass back to Fernandes. One touch from him. Back to Mainu again. Dummies the first time cross. Works it onto his left foot. Cross comes in. Not the best ball. chested down. Maguire's bumped off it by Mainu. That will be a free kick. It was Mainu's mistake giving the ball away. He felt he had to concede the foul. He stops the counter. He gets booked.
Yeah, it's the right decision. It is, because they were breaking at pace, and he's booked Longley as well.
Wow.
And I don't, maybe just to say that should have been a booking. That's the only reason why I can think he's booked him.
So Longley goes in the book. Kobe Mainu goes in the book. It was a sort of Casemiro-style foul from 18-year-old Mainu. It's a very experienced, an old head on young shoulders.
Yeah.
I've played the team into trouble here, so I'm going to need to commit the foul. So Mainu and Casemiro just got to be careful for the rest of the game now, both on yellow cards. Manchester United leading by a goal to nil. Highlights of the Premier League football match of the day 2 tonight. BBC 1 at 10:30. 6 goals at the London Stadium there, all of them scored by Arsenal. West Ham 0, Arsenal 6. Douglas Luiz, long ball forward, chested down by Watkins, does well to lay it back to Moreno. Moreno, edge of the area, might run to McGinn. McGinn just trying to hold it up inside the box. Bodies everywhere now. McGinn picks himself up, flicks one on the turn, wide of the target. Goal kick, but no time for that. The half-time whistle blows. Boos and jeers from the Aston Villa fans.
Yeah, them boos are not for the players, they're for the referee's performance, for sure, because they're disappointed with the referee. I think they can't be booing the performance, because Villa have been good in the first half.
Things to pick out: the goal, obviously, Clinton, but also Andre Onana. He is a Manchester United player who's come in for stick this season. Blinding save from the John McGinn pile driver, and then the one-on-one with Ollie Watkins as well. Crucial moments in the game, weren't they?
Yeah, big saves in the first half, because Villa were just getting on top, and if they went and scored then, they might have got a second before half-time, and that's why they paid big money for them. But you can see the Villa players are not happy.
So Emi Martinez has had a word with Robert Jones. Diego Carlos has gone over. John McGinn's there. Clement Longley, all taking issue with the referee. Half-time at Villa Park, though. Manchester United in front, looking to make it 3 Premier League wins in a row. Villa 0, Manchester United 1.
It's so interesting, Clinton, watching Manchester United now. I know it's only 1-0, and I know Villa have had a lot of chances, but the body language of this Manchester United team is transformed from even as recently as a month ago. You know, there's no waving, gesticulating. They all look together, and dare I say it, they look pretty smooth.
Yeah, they do. Well, that's confidence, though, Crossy. When you're winning football matches, it breeds confidence, and you want to go into training every day. You got a smile on your face, and you take that and you implement that onto the football pitch, and that's what they're doing. Listen, Villa have been the better team, but they've, as you said, they look smooth. They defended in their numbers, scored a good goal through Højlund, and they're winning 1-0, and they got something to hold on to. So, but second half they'll come at them again, Villa, but they're defending really well at the moment.
Will either of you two be taking in the Super Bowl later?
What time's that on?
100%.
11 o'clock.
Yeah, I'll be taking that in for sure. Yeah, I'll definitely be.
It won't finish till 3 though, Clinton.
Yeah, I don't think I'll watch all of it. I think I'll record the last bit.
Do you make it through till 3 o'clock, Ali?
Oh, I love it, Steve.
Do you make it through?
Yeah, I do.
Even at your age? That's amazing.
Lovely.
I normally get to half time, and then it depends who the act is. And I'll be honest, I'm not a massive Usher fan. So.
Oh, you don't know nothing. Usher's one of the best. Yeah, I've got moves like Usher, so they might as well get me up there at half time. If you can fly me out there on a private jet, I'll perform at half time.
I'd stay up for that, Steve.
Well, wouldn't you?
Right, thank you both. We're going to be looking ahead to the Super Bowl. We will be live in Las Vegas before second half commentary from Villa Park. Aston Villa 0, Manchester United 1. More reaction on the way to West Ham 0, Arsenal 6. David Moyes, we'll hear from him after the news on 5 Live with Joe Hornby.
Listen on BBC Sounds. This is BBC Radio 5 Live.
Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has insisted that the Israeli military will go ahead with its planned offensive in the city of Rafah in southern Gaza, despite mounting international warnings. He said more than 1 million civilians there, most of them displaced from elsewhere in Gaza, would be given safe passage to leave, but didn't say where to. The EU, US and UK have said they are gravely concerned. The senior cabinet minister, Michael Gove, says he understands Israel needs to tackle Hamas, but both sides need a ceasefire.
The events on October the 7th were the worst loss of innocent Jewish life since the Holocaust. It was an horrific pogrom. At the same time, the Gazan Palestinian population has been suffering. What we want to see is a sustainable ceasefire to ensure that there's an end to Hamas terrorism, but also that the aid and support that the Palestinian people need and deserve can be delivered.
The Body Shop is expected to appoint administrators in the coming days in a move likely to result in shop closures and job losses. It's understood that trading over the Christmas period and into January was not as strong as hoped. The Home Office says 124 migrants reached the UK yesterday on board 3 small boats. The total for the year so far is 1,506. That's a fall of more than a quarter on the same period last year. Labour's candidate in the Rochdale by-election, Azhar Ali, has apologised unreservedly for remarks he allegedly made about Israel in a local party meeting. According to reports in the Mail on Sunday, he claimed that Israel had ignored warnings about Hamas's plans to attack before the 7th of October and allowed the incursion to happen because they would give it the green light to do what it wanted. Labour's Shadow Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster, Pat McFadden, said Mr Ali will remain the party's candidate.
Those comments were completely wrong and they certainly don't represent the Labour Party's view. I was appalled when I saw it. It's quite right he apologised and completely retracted, and I hope he learns a lesson from it.
And Sinead O'Connor, who died last year, aged 56, has been nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame alongside Cher, Ozzy Osbourne and Oasis. There are 15 acts who have been nominated. The winners will be announced in April.
Feel the ground breaking, earth shaking, sometimes nerve quaking, always intoxicating, accelerating, boundary breaking, totally captivating, every tackle breathtaking, every try from every nation, reverberating, feel every moment of the Six Nations.
The Six Nations
continues this afternoon
at 3.
Ireland versus Italy
on 5 Sports Extra.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
This is 5 Live Sport with Steve Crossman
on 5 Live. Listen on BBC Sounds.
And it's Aston Villa 0, Manchester United 1, half-time at Villa Park. Second half commentary on the way. Earlier, Arsenal thrashed West Ham 6-0 at the London Stadium. That's their biggest away win in the Premier League era, and it equals their biggest away league win in club history. Bukayo Saka scored twice. They go within 2 points of leaders Liverpool. West Ham 7 without a win in all competitions. Thousands of fans left before half-time. Here's David Moyes with George Cummins.
David, just sum up your team's performance this afternoon. A bad day at the office, I suppose.
Well, probably a bit of a stupid question. There's no point in summing it up, is there? So it wasn't a good day.
What happened? What led to it? Was that just that quick spell from Arsenal in 15 minutes where they take the game away from you?
Yeah, they started the game brilliantly from minute 1, so let's not kid ourselves on there. It only started in 15 minutes. They played really well today, but we couldn't defend and we couldn't sort of sustain it, and our play wasn't good, whereas last week our play was much better. Our play today wasn't good enough, and I'm not used to my teams losing. We've had a couple of big defeats this season, but I'm not used to my teams losing the way that the goals are losing at the moment, so we'll need to try and do something about it.
What do you think's led to that? Because the form's been a little tricky over the last 5 games, but it's a sticky patch in what otherwise has been a good season.
Yeah, I think that we've no real reason for me to say why that should be happening. We went through the Christmas period and sort of even January. We didn't win all our games. We might have drew 1 each. We might have lost 1-0 in the cup. We might have, but we weren't looking as if we're going to concede 4 and 5 and 6 and even more goals like we could have done today. For some reason, we just look as if we've not been able to defend well enough today. And again, I just repeat myself that I thought Arsenal did play very well today.
What do you say to all them fans that left ahead of your next match with Forest, and how you think you need to turn it round?
Well, what I would say to them is sometimes the bad times come at football clubs, don't they? West Ham supporters will know that more than MD. I came in here when we were in a relegation position twice and kept it away from relegation, and it was only 6 months ago that we've all been celebrating together with a trophy. The year before it was a semi-final of a European trophy. So we're really disappointed because of how we played today. But I've got to say we've had some really good times together and mustn't forget them.
David Moyes with George Cummins. 08085 909 693. The lines are open for 606, which follows the second half at Villa Park. Robbie Savage and Chris Sutton. Chris is with us. Good afternoon.
Hello, Steve. You okay?
I'm better than David Moyes. That was a difficult listen, to be honest.
Oh, it was, wasn't it? I mean, you're a West Ham fan. A lot of the fans left at half-time. I actually think, Steve, if you're a true football fan, you shouldn't be leaving the game at half-time. I know that people pay the money and they have the right to do what they want, but, David Moyes touched on it last season. They won a European trophy. You have to, if you're a true football fan, you have to go through the good times and the bad times. But performance-wise, I thought David Moyes has to take responsibility. He has done, but his players let him down badly today. And I do think there's this situation at West Ham where his contract is up, isn't it, in the summer? So we want to hear from West Ham fans what you want to happen in the summer. I think David Moyes deserves a new contract and to stay on. You said it, Steve, earlier today. I think they're ahead of Brighton in the Premier League. The level on points with Newcastle. I think over the piece he's done a good job, but there are a lot of angry West Ham fans who want to see a different brand of football.
I suppose the problem is that you're right, they're 8th in the league. Objectively, they're in an excellent position for, the players that David Moyes has at his disposal versus Brighton, versus Newcastle or Chelsea and Man United, who are the teams around them. Half of those teams are below them. But if a certain percentage of fans make up their mind in a negative way, is that just difficult to come back with even if you don't deserve it?
Yeah, I totally get that. Essentially, it's the fans who get managers the sack, isn't it? And when there is a majority of fans who turn against the manager, there's an inevitability about what's going to happen. And I just wonder, today was so humiliating, and that's not going to do David Moyes a lot of good, but there'll be the balanced West Ham fans who would look at David Moyes. He mentioned in the interview, didn't he? Saved them twice from relegation, won them a European trophy, 6th place finish, 7th place finish. Things have been pretty good, but today, one of the worst days for David Moyes, I suppose, in management.
I better just quickly mention Arsenal, because if I'm an Arsenal fan, I'm listening to this thinking, remember, we won 6-0 as well. They beat Liverpool, so they've beaten a title rival, and then they've rolled over a team that, if they're going to win the league, they need to roll over. So is that two massive, title credential boxes ticked?
Well, I think so. And, to think West Ham beat Arsenal not so long ago, but then it was, of course, beating Liverpool was so important, but then to back it up in the style which they did today, super impressive. And goal difference now really tight at the top, isn't it? I think a goal between, is it Liverpool over 32, plus 32, City plus 31 and Arsenal plus 31. So a really important day for Mikel Arteta. Arsenal fans, do you think you can win the Premier League?
08085 909 693. Thank you, Chris.
Thanks, Steve.
Chris Sutton, Robbie Savage, 606. Super Bowl 58 takes place in Las Vegas tonight. Kansas City Chiefs against the San Francisco 49ers. Commentary from 11 p.m. on 5 Live. Nesta McGregor, you are in Las Vegas. Paint us some pictures.
Listen, Steve, I've been in the US for a week, and I can tell you there are two things the Americans do very well. The first is chicken wings, and the second is PR promotion. Las Vegas has been gripped by football fever. It's estimated an extra 300,000 visitors will flock to the city. Only 65,000 can fit inside the stadium, but you will know there's lots of things to keep people busy. Traffic is gridlocked. The biggest names on the planet have flown into the party, and right now I'm in my hotel lobby, and I need the footwork of a wide receiver to get across the floor. It's that busy.
Can't get away from the fact that one of the big attentions for fans who are not dyed-in-the-wool American football fans is Taylor Swift. It has to be mentioned. It will always be mentioned. She is going to be there, yes?
I've never spoken this much about a singer at a sport event. Yeah, my maths are not great, but Taylor Swift got off stage in Tokyo last night, and she headed to the airport. There's a 12-hour flight, but a 17-hour time difference. So we think she should arrive in time to be at Allegiant Stadium to cheer on her boyfriend. If you didn't know, plays for the Kansas City Chiefs, a tight end by the name of Travis Kelce.
Nesta, thank you very much. Let's now just turn to matters on the pitch. Christian Scotland-Williamson, part of our commentary team on 5 Live, previously on the books of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Christian, everything I'm reading is that the neutrals want Kansas City to lose. Is that because of how good they are becoming? Are they approaching New England Patriots levels of sort of outside envy?
Definitely. I think some people are getting a bit of Chiefs fatigue, and they're fast approaching becoming a genuine dynasty. 4 Super Bowl appearances and in 5 years span, it puts them in really rare territory. The Steelers Steel Curtain back in the 70s, the mid-90s Cowboys, and then the vaunted New England Patriots with that axis of Belichick and Brady. Now, Reid and Mahomes, if they get the job done, that'll be 3 Super Bowls and they're writing history.
Patrick Mahomes is probably, of all of the players tonight, is the one that will have the most universal acclaim. But he's not even the MVP, and that tells you how strong Kansas City are.
Yeah, definitely. I think the reason why people never count Kansas City out is because of number 15, that is Patrick Mahomes, because they've actually had a very average season. They've won 11 games and lost 6, and statistically, it's been one of Mahomes' worst seasons. But when it comes to the postseason, he is clinical and has surgical precision and never makes mistakes. And that is what that championship pedigree is made of.
If the 49ers are going to win, how do they win? What is the key battle they need to win?
The key battle comes down to going up against the top 3 defense in the NFL. It's if Christian McCaffrey runs for over 75 yards, they most likely will win the game. And that's the key battle. It's can they use that run game, keep their offense on the field, and keep number 15, Patrick Mahomes, on the opposite sideline watching the game unfold. They need to keep the ball out of his hands.
And more importantly than all of this, Christian, what do you think of Usher as a halftime act? You know, is that a sort of a top 5 Super Bowl appearance, or is it lower than that? I honestly am not a fan, but that's just me.
I wouldn't go quite as high as top 5.
Good.
I think they've had great ones, but I think it will be special. He's got a very vast catalogue, but the guests that he'll bring out will be the big question. What kind of X factor will be? Will we see Justin Bieber? Who will we see join him on stage?
Oh, I like that. You might have the inside track. Christian, thank you very much. Great to have you on, and enjoy the game.
Brilliant. Cheers.
Brilliant. He's one half of our commentary team, Christian Scotland Williamson, previously on the books of the Pittsburgh Steelers. 11 p.m. tonight gets underway, live commentary on 5 Live. You can hear that coming up, second half commentary from Villa Park. Just to fill you in on some of the other football, Coventry moved into the Championship playoff places by beating Millwall 2-1 earlier. Celtic are into the quarterfinals of the Scottish Cup. They won 2-0 at St Mirren. They'll face Livingston in the last 8. The other ties, Rangers host Hibs, Kilmarnock take on Aberdeen. Morton face the winner of Adrionians against Hearts. That is currently 0-0. In the Scottish Premiership, it finished Dundee 2, St Johnstone 1. Manchester City beat Arsenal 1-0 in the Women's FA Cup 5th round. Elsewhere, Wolves won Brighton 4, Chelsea won Crystal Palace 0, London City Lionesses 0, Liverpool 2, Southampton won Manchester United 3 in a live score. Nottingham Forest 1, Everton 3. Ball on the centre spot at Villa Park. Second half commentary, Ali.
Half-time show here wasn't Usher, it was Victor Lindelof warming up for Manchester United. Blow for them. Luke Shaw replaced at half-time by Victor Lindelof. If you're Leon Bailey wide on the right for Aston Villa, Clinton Morrison, that is definitely an avenue of attack, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. Lindelof's a good defender, but he's more of a centre-half. He's not natural out there on his weaker foot, trying to defend if he coming inside or outside. So that's what you'd be saying. Get the ball out to Leon Bailey and let him cause him problems.
Villa 0, Manchester United 1. Manchester United win would take them to 41 points, 5 points behind Aston Villa. Villa starting the day a point behind Tottenham and 6 points behind Arsenal and Manchester City. Arsenal after that thumping 6-0 win at West Ham. Lines already open for 6:06, which follows us. Here's John McGinn in the claret and blue of Villa, curling cross into the box, headed away from Watkins. Acrobatic volleyed clearance from Dalot, headed forward by Carlos. Mainu onto it, outside of his right foot, sweeping pass finds Rashford. Rashford is going to love this, galloping forward at pace. Bruno Fernandes on the outside, still Rashford, back onto his right foot, looking to get the shot away, eventually doesn't, scuffs it and bobbles it towards Emi Martinez.
Yeah, it's poor defense. I don't know what Carlos is doing. It's like he's sliding onto his knees and didn't want to defend. It's a brilliant run from Rashford, and then he just can't get his shot away. He's just stretching at the end, and Cash just does enough.
Yeah, he looked initially to get the shot away and then missed the ball, and he turned it into a fabulous, one of those sort of, what they call
pirouettes.
Yeah, exactly, the roulette spin where you use both feet and spin on it, and teed himself up for the shot, and was then stretching for the shot and couldn't get any power. Emi Martinez, Villa's goalkeeper, all in black, away to our left. So Aston Villa in the second half, playing from left to right, attacking the famous giant Holt end, which disappears into the night sky away to our right. Martinez in goal, Cash, Carlos, Longley, Moreno as a back four. Throw in from McGinn, looking to go quickly. Threw it beyond Bailey. Bailey had come short and the ball's gone straight out of play for a Manchester United goal kick. McGinn, Kamara, Louise and Ramsey. The one change to the starting lineup tonight was Jacob Ramsey coming in for Yuri Tielemans. Leon Bailey and Ollie Watkins complete the Villa lineup. Andre Onana, the Manchester United goalkeeper, all in green away to our left. Plays it out to Lindelof. Lindelof, the first thing he's done is given the ball away. Straight to Matty Cash, running forward for Villa. Low cross comes into the box. Watkins shot, saved by Onana. It was straight at him. It just hit him, and it's eventually gone behind for a corner. But that goes either side of Onana. That's a goal.
100%. It's hit him. You're right. It's a good run from Watkins. Good ball from Matty Cash. Does ever so well. Whips the ball in. Watkins gets ahead of Varane, and it's just dead central, and it hits Onana. Still has to go down as a good save, but he'll be disappointed he's not scored there, Watkins.
Great chance for Villa to get level right at the start of the second half. Onana's now made 3 really big saves in the game. John McGinn comes across. I thought he was going to take the corner. He runs past the ball. Oh, look at this. And then Bailey runs past it, and then they take it short. And McGinn plays it to Douglas Luiz, and Luiz chips the ball into the far post. After all of that, Varane heads it away. I've not seen that one before. That was interesting. They all came running down as a 3 down the byline. Just running in circles like kids in the playground. Honestly, what's going on there? I hope that's on Match of the Day 2 tonight.
Brilliant.
Austin McPhee, take a bow. Villa 0, Manchester United 1. Good start to the second half here on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. Villa camped inside the Manchester United half. Boubacar Kamara on the ball, toes it to the right to Cash, and Cash puts everything into that pass, and McGinn does really well to just stun it first time, and then Bruno Fernandes close to him, so he plays back to the halfway line. So Onana in goal for Manchester United. Diagonal ball out towards the right back. Dalot heads it away. Jacob Ramsey onto that clearance. Still Ramsey, edge of the box, poked away from him. Bailey dribbling inside the area. He's also tackled. Højlund plays it forward to Bruno Fernandes. Wide it comes to Garnacho. Back to Fernandes. First time ball to Garnacho. Played into midfield to Mainu. Mainu nearly showed too much of that to Kamara. Casemiro's ball. That is a brilliant ball. Garnacho, one-on-one, onto his right foot. Stumbles over as he tried to line himself up for the shot. He could have hit it with his left foot. Offside flag was up anyway.
Yeah, he didn't know he was offside, but you're right, Ali. I was surprised he didn't, because Longley weren't getting back at him. I'm surprised he tried to go back onto his stronger right foot, but as you said, the offside flag went up.
Yeah, it wouldn't have counted. Onana in goal for Manchester United. Dalot, Maguire, Varane, Shaw back 4. The 2 central midfielders, Mainu and Casemiro, both on yellow cards, although Casemiro very, very unlucky to get his booking in the first half, because didn't touch Matty Cash. Referee thought he did, gave the free kick, also gave Casemiro the yellow card. He was absolutely horrified to receive it, as he made clear to everyone inside the stadium. Garnacho, Fernandes, Rashford, Rasmus Højlund, the goal scorer. Diego Carlos, straight ball intercepted. Fernandes, lovely back heel to Rashford, knocks it through the legs of Luiz. Garnacho on the run, this time on the right hand side. Couple of touches. Rashford lurking deep on the edge of the box. Garnacho, little flick on the outside to Dalot. Dalot doesn't deliver it first time. Now the cutback. Mainu dummies a shot, finds Garnacho again. It's intricate stuff. Then the shot from a very tight angle, wide of the near post, and it goes behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, it's
corner.
It's a corner. He must have deflected, but it's a poor layup from Watkins. When it comes up to him, he has to be reliable and take care of the ball, like he's done most of the evening. But it was a poor layoff, and then it was a good break. I thought Garnacho and Dalot should have got a cross in early enough, but they've managed to get the corner.
Right, a bit easier for Bruno Fernandes taking corners at this end of the ground in front of the North Stand, because he's marching towards all the Manchester United fans who are loudly singing his name and applauding him. He applauds them back. 5.5 minutes gone in the second half. Bruno Fernandes probably looking for Harry Maguire again. They're standing off Maguire at the moment. Maguire's edge of the penalty area for Manchester United. Boubacar Kamara is a couple of yards away from him and looking which way he's going to run. Bit of a wrestling match going on there. Then the corner comes in. It is aimed at Maguire. Maguire's having his shirt pulled there. Look at Maguire making the point here to referee Robert Jones.
He wants a handball as well. He's saying to Jones, there's a handball, look.
Oh yeah, Dalot's high diagonal away to the right. Underneath it is Fernandes after the headed clearance from Moreno. Ball played down the line by Ramsey, bounces off Watkins' chest. He's lost it. Mainu lobs it up in the air. Casemiro to his right to Fernandes. Højlund drops off and lays it back to Fernandes. Low pass from him back to Maguire. Saw Manchester United beat West Ham last week. Watching them again today, looking a much more confident, settled outfit. Ball over the top for Fernandes to chase. Martinez off his line, lets it bounce and catches it in front of Fernandes' face. But if you're a Manchester United fan, I think this is encouraging.
Of course it is. It's definitely encouraging. You're having to defend and then you're breaking up attacks, and it looks like, as Crossy said, good togetherness there. People playing for each other. We haven't always said that about Man United this season. Yeah, effort levels there, concentration levels there, threat as well. Højlund looking sharp up front. Diego Carlos plays to his left to Longley. Short ball from Longley to Moreno. Coaxes one down the left-hand side for Watkins. Holds the defender off. Villa have lost it. He's got to be better there. That's what I mean. It's up to him again. And it's big nights like this where the England manager is watching you, where you think, come on Watkins, you've been outstanding. This is when you need to turn it on, when he's here watching you as well.
Rashford back to Maguire. Maguire on the ball inside his own half, looking for an option. Lindelof is there just over the halfway line. Casemiro's first time ball. Højlund sprinting towards it. Martinez off his line. There first comfortably. Clears with his right foot. Maguire leaps above McGinn, heads it away. Cash jumps, just glances a little header down. Villa keep it in play. Kamara lets the ball run across him. Bruno Fernandes doing the chasing. Villa trying to play it around the Manchester United attackers inside their own half, and back they come to their goalkeeper Emi Martinez. So for Aston Villa, 1 win in the last 5 games in all competitions, 2 wins in the last 6 in the Premier League, as Matty Cash looks for the run of Watkins. Good ball. Watkins chests it down inside the United area, looking to play it back to McGinn. Accidentally finds Ramsey. Then Watkins lets it run through his legs from Ramsey. He thought Bailey was streaking onto it. Bailey does get there, but he's been forced very wide. Bailey's little pass back to Cash, still inside the Manchester United half. Bailey comes trotting towards him. Cash slips as he tries to play a ball down the channel for Boubacar Kamara, and Casemiro is onto it to intercept. Lindelof plays it into Mainu. Had to be good there under pressure, which he was. Forward to Rashford. Mainu again, little flick with the outside of the right boot. Carlos and Højlund battling for it. Højlund goes tumbling, no free kick. Douglas Luiz dummies a pass, flicks his right foot at the ball, then he rolls it to Boubacar Kamara. Kamara slides it through to Watkins, trying to turn here on Varane. Inside the box, Varane got the last touch. That'll be a corner for Aston Villa. Better from Villa.
Yeah, much better. And Watkins, when he's pinning, that's when when he has his layup, they have to be assured. But that's better play and good defending from Varane.
So corner Aston Villa, away to our right. What have they got for us this time? Is it going to be loads of players running towards the ball and then running around it and away from it? No, we're going to go for a steady Eddie here. John McGinn is just going to deliver it with his left foot. High, deep one towards the far post. Lindelof leaning into Diego Carlos. It comes off Lindelof's back and goes out for another corner to Aston Villa from the other side. It's quite a feature though, isn't it, Austin McPhee with the long hair? He's a very noticeable figure, but in terms of the set-piece coach, he's always out there. When the set-pieces come, he's right there on Emery's shoulder.
Yeah, he is. He watches. He wants to see, make sure the delivery and the setup's right.
Douglas Luiz, right-footed delivery towards the far post. Onana stretches, grabs it, runs to the edge of the box, thought about releasing quickly to Alejandro Garnacho, holds onto it for now, then thinks about slinging it out to Mainu on the left and decides against it. 10 minutes gone in the second half. 5 live at Villa Park. Second game on 5 Live's Premier League Sunday today. And Manchester United lead Aston Villa by a goal to 0. Hearts 3-1 up at Airdrieonians, I see, in the Scottish Cup. And Everton's women 5-1 up away to Nottingham Forest in the 5th round of the Women's FA Cup. That game heading towards the last 5 minutes. Casemiro just inside his own half, looking for the run on the outside from Dalot. The passes beyond Dalot and rolls into the Villa area, and Emi Martinez is waiting. Palace-Chelsea tomorrow night in the Premier League. Updates of that one into the Monday Night Club. Mark Chapman and the team, as ever, there for you from 7 o'clock. Andros Townsend, the guest, alongside Rory Smith and Chris Sutton, as the ball is played to McGinn. McGinn quickly on to Watkins, central position just outside the Manchester United area. Support on the left from Moreno, little step over from him. Then Moreno moves infield to the right. Watkins, lay off again to Kamara. Across to Cash, white wall of Manchester United shirts defending the edge of the box. Bailey on the dribble, running at Lindelof, twisting and turning, cut back, hits Lindelof, another corner for Villa.
Yeah, that's where you want Lindelof, and you want Bailey really one-on-one, where he's backpedaling and he's going to find it hard, but he did well, he defended really well there.
Right, more instructions coming out from Austin McPhee here. Villa 0, Manchester United 1. What are we going for this time? Again, McGinn, right arm in the air.
I think he wants him to go short.
Okay.
He did, but he put it in.
Uses it as a decoy. Cross comes in. Casemiro is there, wins the header, flicks it away out to Villa's left flank. Cash gets the pass from Moreno. Cash running hard, 30 yards out, low-driven shot. That's easily blocked. Didn't get much on that. And now Mainoo in the right back position tries to curl a pass down the line to Garnacho. Garnacho controls his touch. Takes him back into the Manchester United half, finds Varane. Casemiro on the turn, gives it to the young Argentine Garnacho. Sliding challenge on him from Kamara. Bailey plays back to his goalkeeper. Rashford chases the ball through. Martinez just side foots it past him. Back to Bailey. Villa have got to be careful here. Rashford's close. Martinez clears and just knocks it straight out of play for a Manchester United
that's
throw.
Not comfortable with the ball at his feet. I know they're trying to play out from the back, but I think he could take a touch and go out the other side. He's a one-footed goalkeeper, that is.
Throw in Manchester United on the left. Eric Ten Hag having a word with the assistant referee about something. Steve McLaren has come out to the edge of the pitch to pass on some instructions to Rafael Varane. Rasmus Højlund, the throw reaches him. Has to wrestle hard to keep that ball. Mainoo's layoff to Lindelof. Lovely pass from Lindelof, zipped into the feet of Rashford. Rashford dribbling down to the byline. Oh, he sits Cash down, then strokes the cross. It's blocked at the near post, and Bailey pushes it away for McGinn. McGinn tries to turn from Casemiro. Casemiro does enough to stop him. Here come Manchester United again on the left. Mainoo this time into the penalty area. Lays it back for Rashford first time. Shots deflected. Spins away and behind, this time for a Manchester United corner. I think you're right, Clinton. We've got the one goal in the game so far. Does feel like there's going to be more.
Yeah, it does, because both teams are creating chances. Man United look the most likely at the moment, though. They're a threat. In down this left-hand side, Rashford turned Cash inside out. It was brilliant. He just couldn't pick out that final pass, but they look a threat because they're letting Villa come onto them and they're just counter-attacking.
So corner Manchester United, just taking their time to set up for this one, which is why you got the boos and the whistles from the Villa fans. Bruno Fernandes spots the ball twice and marches back right to the corner of the grass before it becomes the sort of artificial reddish surface behind the grass. Fernandes strokes a low pass to Rashford, edge of the box. Back to Mainoo on the left. Cross comes in this time. Headed away by Diego Carlos. Falls at the feet of Dalot. Dalot's pass to the left. Fernandes stretches out a right leg to control. Cross now comes in. Chested down by Ramsey. Leaned towards it, but got the chest on it. And then McGinn's pass finds Bailey. Bailey on his own, running at Manchester United defenders. Dalot is backpedaling. Villa players desperately getting up in support. Bailey strokes it through, nearly found Ramsey. And the ball just rolls past his outstretched right boot into the arms of Onana.
I think that's a player, Ramsey, who's just getting back to the pace of the game, because I think Bailey does everything right and he just miscontrols it, Ramsey, because I think he's a brilliant young talent, but just trying to get up to the pace of it.
Fernandes diagonal ball for Manchester United forward. Cash heads it away. Garnacho is the quickest to it. Kamara chases. Garnacho plays to Rashford. Spins Cash. That's a foul from Cash. It's a rugby tackle to bring Rashford down. He's going to get booked for it as well.
This referee's miles off it, though. I'd be getting sent off if I was playing. I just don't rate him as a referee. I'll be honest with you. I just think he thinks it's all about him. Literally. But it is a foul, you are right, Al. But it's just the way he strolls over and his aura. It's about the football's about players, it's not about referees.
4 yellow cards in the game so far. Scottish Cup quarter-final draw has been made. Hibs versus Rangers, Celtic versus Livingston, Kilmarnock against Aberdeen, Morton against Airdrieonians or Hearts. Hearts leading that tie at the moment this afternoon. Last we looked by 3-1. Free kick for Manchester United. They love the 2-goal cushion. Bruno Fernandes just waving at a couple of his teammates there, intimating what he's going to try and do with the free kick. Right-footed in swinger towards the far post beyond Maguire, and it goes behind for a goal kick to Villa.
Great ball in for though, Al. It's a fantastic ball in Fernandes. He can rightly put his hands in the air because someone should be on the end of that. Quick
slurp of tea. And away we go again.
You deserved that, mate.
Oh, thanks, Letty. It's still just about the right temperature. It's just heading towards a little bit too lukewarm. McGinn looking over his right shoulder as he receives the ball on the halfway line. Nice pass into the feet of Kamara. Comes striding forward for Villa. Pass to Bailey. Bailey on the right. Lindelof in front of him. Ball back here. Cut back. Ramsey's shot blocked. Close to goal. It was Dalot who gets it away. More pressure from Villa. Here's Moreno. Moreno trying to turn away from Garnacho. Back to Longley. Longley wide to Douglas Luiz on the left. Settles himself. Swinging across to the far post at Onana. Acrobatic vision in green. Stretches high. Plucks the ball out of the air and gives it to Rashford. Rashford's got the freedom of the left wing of Villa Park here, and he's made good 70 yards downfield. Matty Cash in front of him now, up to the corner of the box. Waggles a foot in front of the ball. Passes to Fernandes. Back to Rashford again. Hoyland makes a little run. Cash sticks out a leg and blocks that pass. Here's Bailey.
It's end to end, isn't it?
Good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Villa 0, Manchester United 1. We hope you're enjoying it on 5 Live and BBC Sounds. 6:06 to follow. 08085 909 693. If you want to have your say on the weekend's football. Robbie and Chris waiting to take the calls. Go on, Clinton.
It's the fans are getting frustrated because Watkins plays the ball there and there's not enough players up in support of him. It's because it's so end to end. It's like a basketball match. You go on attack, we go on attack.
Kamara. It's just slowed it down for a second now. Matty Cash trots towards the ball, plays back to Kamara just inside the Manchester United half. United in these white shirts, dark red shorts, white socks, defending the goal in front of the Holt end. Away to our right. Longley's ball. No, that was telegraphed and very easily intercepted. Hoyland plays a 1-2 with Garnacho. Mainu towards Casemiro. Digs a little chip pass onto the chest of Hoyland. Hoyland brings it down. Then starts running at the Villa defence. Lays it off to Garnacho on the right. The offside flag is up. Cut back for Fernandes. He's annoyed and he thumps the ball miles over the bar, and Villa fans there baying for a yellow card because the whistle had already blown. Robert Jones is going to come back now. Villa player down.
I think Kamara's down. Yeah, Kamara's down. Yeah, you're right.
Kamara down. So he's down inside the Manchester United half. Villa 0, Manchester United 1. We're into the last half hour of the game. Been very open in the second half. So much riding on it for both teams. A reminder of what else has happened in the football world this afternoon. Rugby union as well. Ireland big winners over Italy in the Six Nations by 36 points to 0. Rugby union daily podcast. Good listen for you on the BBC Sounds app. Arsenal 6-0 winners at West Ham. So Football Daily will be well worth a listen as well. Coventry beat Millwall by 2-1 in the Championship. So they sit 6th in the table again, above Sunderland on goal difference. Dundee 2, St Johnstone 1 in the Scottish Premiership. In the Women's FA Cup today, Arsenal 0, Manchester City 1. Brighton 4-1 winners at Wolves. Chelsea beat Palace 1-0. Liverpool 2-0 winners away to the London City Lionesses. Southampton 1, Manchester United 3. And Everton ended up with 7 away to Nottingham Forest. Nigeria, Ivory Coast, by the way, tonight. 8 o'clock kickoff in the African Cup of Nations final. Coverage from 7:30 on BBC 3, and Champions League football back next week as well, as I was saying in the first half. That is FC Copenhagen against Manchester City. Full commentary on Tuesday night, and Wednesday night Lazio against Bayern Munich, who lost 3-0 at Bayer Leverkusen yesterday. Leverkusen 5 points ahead in the Bundesliga. So here's the change. Boubacar Kamara can't continue. Positive change though, because Moussa Diaby's coming on, Bailey stays on, and Kamara comes off. So it's a bit of a switch up, Clinton.
Yeah, you can feel something in his ankle. And listen, it's a positive change. I think Kamara's done well in there. He's a good player. I think him and Douglas Luiz as a partnership this season have been outstanding.
By the way, if you want to listen to some more Aston Villa chat, the Planet Premier League podcast, Mark Chapman, Cesc Fabregas, Nader Manua had a big Villa chat on that this week. And if you're a fan of the Footballers Football podcast, that's hosted by Ricky Hayward-Williams. Ricky Hayward-Williams is joining us on Fantasy 606 next week. A little crossover between the two pods. Here's Moussa Diaby. He's straight into the game edge of the box.
You know what? He has to do more. At the start of the season, we were all bigging him up, and he's kind of struggled so far.
Oh, look where Martinez is there. 10 yards outside the box, straight onto that pass from Casemiro. Has a little chuckle to himself. Intercepted. Forward it comes to Diaby. So can he offer a little bit more? Left-footed pass to Bailey. Bailey back to Diaby into the Manchester United box. There's the cut back to the near post. Intercepted by Fernandes behind for an Aston Villa corner.
Yeah, that's good. That's better from Diaby. You can see the Austin again.
He's there, isn't he?
He's there.
Oh, they've taken it short. He wanted the quick one. He's got it as well. Diaby and Bailey link up again. Here's Diaby. Oh, scuff shot into the box. Hits the heels of Fernandes, runs away for another corner. Wants them to go quick again. 2 balls on the field.
There's multiples again. Quick, aren't they?
Yeah. Too quick this time. Clinton. Corner, Villa from the right, in front of that Holt end. McGinn is the short option this time. Leon Bailey looks like he's going to deliver it into the box. Deep one towards the far post. Volley back across goal. Oh, Onana blocks again. 4th great save of the game. Only as far as Bailey's shot. Deflected. Top corner. Douglas Luiz. Little shimmy of a celebration. The Holt end goes wild. The goal was coming. It's Villa 1, Manchester United 1.
Yeah, the goal was coming, and it's Douglas Luiz. And you know why I'm gutted? I'm happy for Douglas Luiz. Can you believe how he's on my bench in my fantasy? Oh my gosh. Brilliant though from Leon Bailey. Let me describe the goal. A brilliant from Bailey. Whips it into the danger area, and Douglas Luiz getting in there, 6 yards out, puts it into the roof of the net. I am a rubbish manager.
Brilliant 25 minutes of football on the way before 6:06. Back level, Villa 1, Manchester United 1. We were talking about the Usher halftime show at the Super Bowl tonight. What about the celebration from Douglas Luiz here, Clinton? Down on one knee, and it's just a very simple, it's a little shoulder shake, little shimmy from
little
Douglas
Brazilian
Luiz.
shoulder
Love
shake,
it.
isn't it? I like it.
Love it.
I
Doesn't go over the top.
Is
it a Varane?
It's at it might be at Anana. It's at Anana. Yeah, I think it's at Anana over Varane.
Yeah. Have a bit of that, he's saying. Now, I tell you what, in American football, when that happens, you get done for unsporting conduct if you gloat and celebrate, and you get 10-yard penalty against you. So you can't do that. Yeah, he's giving Varane a heat there, Douglas Luiz. Right, tasty stuff here. 5 Live at Villa Park. Have a listen to that. What a weekend of sport again on 5 Live Sports Extra and BBC Sounds. Quarter of this game to go. Villa 1, Manchester United 1. You did feel that was coming, I think, Clinton.
Yeah, I think they've been the better team, to be fair. I think Man United defended well and had a bit of a threat in the second half, but that was all building up. And when you shoot towards that whole end, I played there many a time. They sucked the ball in the back of the net, that's for sure.
Yeah. So Douglas Luiz sitting on Clinton's bench with his fantasy football team. Here's John McGinn. He's our goal scorer, though, for Aston Villa. And here come Villa charging forward down the right, roared on by a packed Villa Park. Manchester United players drawn like moths to a flame. There are 4 of them dragged out to the right. Played back to Cash. Good skill from Cash. Good feet to get past Rashford. Now Diaby. Diaby in his bright green boots. Curling pass back to the halfway line. Manchester United, every player back in their own half, just reeling from the blow of conceding the equaliser. McGinn comes burrowing forward, lays it off to Cash. Cash plays back to Diego Carlos. Ball up towards Watkins. McGinn made the challenge. Watkins then tries to wriggle away from Casemiro. McGinn's ball into a whole host of bodies. Pass forward towards Diaby. Bumped by Lindelof on the edge of the box. Bailey's slipped, gone down. He's okay though. McGinn comes rushing in to try and take it off Fernandes. Cool heads needed now. McGinn goes through the back of Fernandes there. No, apparently he got the ball. Robert Jones points to the ball. Fernandes has stayed down for Manchester United. He's okay. Picks himself up. He can see that he can make a tackle there. Gets a foot on the ball. Will it go behind for a corner? No, Onana is there, but Onana's outside his box on the left. Got to be careful. Plays it to Lindelof. Great stuff. This. Onana under pressure, stretches. Blocked by Watkins. Goal kick, Manchester United. Listen to that again.
You can't give these fans anything to shout about. When you're dilly-dallying at the back like Man United are at the moment, and something like that, Ollie Watkins makes a block, this place will roar.
If you can keep your head while all around you are losing theirs, as the saying goes. Villa 1, Manchester United 1. Real tide of noise, wave of emotion, well of belief inside Villa Park at the moment. 20 minutes to play. What have Manchester United got in response? Garnacho to Fernandes. First time ball looking for Rashford. Cleared into the Manchester United half. Maguire comes thundering in. Manchester United win it back. Garnacho on the dribble. Running towards the edge of the Villa box. Rashford makes the run on the outside. Still Garnacho. Working space for the shot. Oh, just wide. Ooh. So close for Manchester United. That'll be a goal kick. And now the referee is calling Musa Diaby towards him, and he's going to give him a yellow card for something else.
Yeah, he caught Bruno Fernandes, and it was his mistake because he didn't hold the ball out. Maguire done ever so well, and that's when they broke on him. I say he has to get up to the pace of the game, Musa Diaby.
Certainly a closer game than West Ham Arsenal today. West Ham 0, Arsenal 6. This is Villa 1, Manchester United 1. Highlights well worth a watch. Match of the day 2 tonight, BBC 1 at 10:30. 20 minutes to play as Longley starts to stride out from the back for Villa. Matty Cash leaping about, both arms in the air on the right, wants this ball. Douglas Luiz sees him, strokes a lovely pass onto the instep of his white boot. Cash with the number 2 on the back of his claret and blue. Passes infield to Carlos. Carlos through the lines, finds Ramsey. Ramsey to his left. What a lovely ball that is to Moreno. Moreno looking for the cutback, intercepted by Varane at the near post. But the clearance runs to Ramsey. Ramsey quickly turns it infield to Luiz. Luiz across to John McGinn. 40 yards from goal in a central position. Stops for a second. Rolls it to his left to Ramsey, wide to Moreno, early cross in it comes, Watkins jumps, header on the ball, it spins up in the air, Bailey slightly off balance, goes toppling backwards but runs to the ball and keeps it in wide on the right and is able to turn and front up against Lindelof. Low pass back to McGinn looking for the run here, the run and the turn from Diaby. Moussa Diaby, left-footed cross into the edge of the box, step over, Douglas Luiz again, left-footed shot blocked by Varane.
Yeah, it's brilliant defending from Varane, but brilliant play from Aston Villa.
Here's Moreno. Villa well on top here. Moreno just outside the Manchester United penalty area, knocks it between two Manchester United defenders. Eventually the tackle comes in and it's a high foot from Moreno, so United get the free kick for the challenge on Maino. Yuri Tielemans coming on, Clinton.
Yeah, and I think Scott McTominay is getting ready as well for Man United, so they're thinking I need to stiffen that midfield because Villa are starting to get on top in there at the moment.
In terms of your Premier League football next weekend, 4 more commentaries coming your way. Arsenal away at Burnley, that's our 3 o'clock on Saturday. Manchester City, Chelsea at 5:30. Six Nations takes a break next weekend, and then on Sunday, this time next week, Sheffield United against Brighton, 2 o'clock at Bramall Lane. Luton, Manchester United. Right, different change now made by Unai Emery. Leon Bailey comes off, Yuri Tielemans.
Oh, Man United taking off Rashford.
Rashford coming off. It's very close to the action here. Turns, looks mildly puzzled and just walks off disappointed, and a very half-hearted high five with Scott McTominay, and it's a very quiet exit stage left for Marcus Rashford. Didn't see too much of him in the
he was bits and pieces in the second half when he caused Cash a lot of problems. I'm surprised though, because I still think
attacking threat.
Yeah,
although McTominay scores goals, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Seen that for club and country this season.
But then I think you take Bruno out of his best position where he was been playing. I know he hasn't been in the game, and you put him on the right hand side. He's now got to trap Moreno, so it's going to be difficult.
Højlund's down. Aerial challenge, took a knock. Referee just wants to check he's okay. He is, so that will get us back underway. How are we going to restart this game? Robert Jones, referee all in black, says I want that ball. He's going to drop it at the feet of Harry Maguire, and the game will get back underway. So 1-1. You promised us goals, Clinton. Goals plural, we've had them. Is there another one coming?
I knew you were going to ask me that question. I think there's a winner.
Do you?
Yeah, I think there's a winner. Yeah, there is.
So someone's going home elated, someone's going home disappointed. Garnacho chests the ball down inside the Villa half. Back to Lindelof. Luke Shaw off at half-time. For Manchester United, Maguire nearly gives the ball away. Watkins blocks, throwing United inside their own half on the left.
Yeah, and that's all it takes. He's one of the hardest working centre forwards there is in the Premier League, Ollie Watkins. He won't give you a minute's peace.
Throwing Manchester United, just trying to calm everything down at the moment, taking their time here. Lindelof, ball above his head, slings it down the line. McTominay leaps, nods it back into the United half. McGinn makes the tackle, it comes off his knee and it goes out for another Manchester United throw, exactly where the last one was taken from. Again, Lindelof just assesses his options. Has a quick word with Casemiro. Unai Emery still pointing, gesticulating. Anxious movements on the touchline here from the Villa boss. Lindelof eventually releases the throw. Not over the head of Cash, he heads it forward, falls to Lindelof, slightly miscues that pass, up in the air it goes across the halfway line. Longley stretches, knocks it down, gets onto his own knockdown, can't do anything with it. Casemiro moves it to the right for Manchester United, and Dalot brings it across the halfway line. Wants to take Ramsey on for pace on the outside, got the beating of him, gets the cross in as well, to the back post, chested down by Garnacho, hits the shot, and that's bravely blocked by Cash. Spins up in the air, Mainu chests it down, Casemiro hits one high and wide and behind for a goal kick.
Yeah, it's good from Dalot. Dalot's been good on that right hand side, shows a turn of pace. For me, Garnacho, and that comes to him, he's got to be attacking that back post out so he can get in there and get a first time finish.
Villa 1, Manchester United 1, stays that way. Villa 47 points, level with Tottenham, ahead of them on goal difference actually, so Villa would go to 4th. Manchester United 39 points, still 8 behind Villa.
Still a big gap, isn't it? Yeah, it is a lot.
Yeah, which is why we were saying before the game they really needed to win this one, but Villa will feel the same if they want to stay in the hunt for the title. Here's Tielemans, forward to Ramsey. Ramsey finds McGinn quickly onto Diaby. Villa fans getting on their feet around us. Diaby into the box, there's the cutback, cross the face of goal. Cleared away by Dalot, only as far as McGinn. Cross comes back in, took a slight deflection. Dalot's there. Luiz doesn't get a proper contact. Easy save for Onana.
That's the chance. I think that's an easier chance than the one, because it was fizzed in the one, and that one it just sits up for Douglas Luiz. And with his ability, good balling from John McGinn, and Dalot doesn't deal with it. and it's a great opportunity for Douglas Luiz. He doesn't make the right contact, does he?
No,
kind of scuffs it into the ground.
Exactly that, left-footed, knocks it into the ground, and Nana gratefully falls on top of the ball. 10 yards out, really good chance. But there will be more, we think. 14 minutes plus added time remaining. Lines open for 606. Plenty to talk about again this weekend. 08085 909 693 to book your call now, to get yourself queued up, to have your chat to Robbie Savage and Chris Sutton tonight. 85058 on the text. Harry Maguire walking out with the ball at his feet just outside the Manchester United penalty area. Slow pass to his right to Varane. Varane back to McGinn, almost in slow motion this at the moment. Everyone taking a breath and gearing themselves for the last 10 minutes or so. Mainu stabs it back to Maguire. Maguire looking for options. Mainu's there. Not the best ball from him. Forces Varane to take a few steps back to his left. Pass back to Onana. Manchester United just looking a little edgy. Onana towards Mainu. Good contact on the ball there. Spins a pass into the feet of Varane. Back it comes to Onana again. So Manchester United can't get out. Unai Emery continues to pace up and down the touchline here at Villa Park. And Nana walking, tiptoeing out to the edge of the penalty area, plays his pass. Then the Villa players move towards Maguire. Comes wide left to Lindelof. Diaby closes him down. Lindelof on the move. Floated pass across the face of the area. Out it goes for a throw to Villa.
I don't know what Man United are doing when they stand on the ball at the back, the likes of Maguire and Varane. Surely they just need to get the ball forward, and that's what happens. You put yourself under pressure, and Villa win the ball up in your own half.
12 minutes plus added time remaining. Clinton Morrison with us at Villa Park. Villa 1, Manchester United 1. McGinn on the turn, down by the byline. Finds Ramsey with the pass. Ramsey's little layoff to the edge of the box. Good bit of dribbling here from Moreno. Still going. Trying to get through onto Onana. Body's in the way. Casemiro blocks him. Onana slides out and has it for Manchester United. Comes out to the edge of his penalty area. What are they going to do with it this time? Onana's looking. Drops the ball at his feet. Nice pass this time through the middle. Casemiro's back heel. Clever one to find Højlund. Laid back to Casemiro. Forward to McTominay. On the turn on the halfway line. Manchester United have got out, and here they come. Garnacho wants it early at the far post. Fernandes sees that option. The cross is blocked. It might fall to Mainu. Sticks a leg out, misses the ball. Douglas Luiz bringing it away. Mainu with the challenge. McGinn onto it though for Aston Villa. Diaby running into space on the right. He's found him, McGinn. Chance for Aston Villa here. Diaby, left-footed curler, awful.
Never looked confident going through there. Exactly how you summed it up. Awful. He's got Harry Maguire one-on-one backing into his own box, and he doesn't go and take him on. The biggest thing the mistake he makes out is he stops the ball. Run at pace and then you can move the ball, and it just looks like a player that's not full of confidence at the moment.
Some of the shooting in this game hasn't been the best actually, and Nana's taking a little risk here, dribbling inside his own penalty area, trying to sort of tease McGinn in towards him. Plays out to the right. Varane across to Bruno Fernandes, drops in between the centre back, says let me sort it out. Pass across to Maguire. Maguire rumbling up to the halfway line. McTominay's run into an offside position. Maguire plays to the left though. Here's Garnacho. Garnacho cuts in from the left flank, fizzes a pass into the feet of Fernandes. Fernandes looks up. Lindelof's made a run down the left. Lindelof nods it down here to Casemiro. Casemiro turns, plays back to Maguire. Unai Emery pointing at the ball as if to say to the Villa players, there it is, there it is. Well, they know where it is. Manchester United are knocking it around them at the moment. Just over 10 minutes to go. Are we going to get a winner? Lindelof to Casemiro. Patient stuff from Manchester United. Varane wants it out here on the right. Too slow, he's saying. Here's Varane. Here it comes. The ball rolls in front of him. Varane on a dribble forward. Then he turns again. He's still inside the Villa half. Plays back to Maguire. Right on the centre circle. Across to Casemiro. Casemiro to Lindelof. Lindelof back to Casemiro. 5 yards inside the Villa half on the left. Casemiro looks up. Run from Kobbie Mainoo through the middle. Casemiro decides not to release. Plays back to Lindelof again.
It's too slow. It's all easy. Villa can just set the traps, and once Villa go and press, they'll just break on Man United. Have to move the ball quicker, 1 and 2 touches. It's too slow.
Here's Maguire. Walking pace. Little pass bobbled forward to Højlund. Højlund, first time pass back to Mainoo. Mainoo head up, looking for options. Back to Maguire. Watkins this time runs in at more pace. Mainoo closed down by McGinn. Runs away from McGinn, but has to come all the way back to Onana. So it's eating up time. Lots of possession. Villa waiting for the mistake. Will it come here? No, not from Varane. Nice pass first time with the left foot. Lindelof out wide to the right. Villa almost win it back. Varane plays it forward. McTominay lays it off to Fernandes. This is what Manchester United wanted. Sweeping counter-attack. Garnacho driving at Villa defenders, still going low. Shot, easy save for Martinez. No power on it.
Yeah. It's to be fair, that was good play. But Unai Emery wants him to slow down. But I don't know why he wants him to slow. Do you not want to go and win the game? I'd be frustrated with my manager. But that's how he sets his team up to play. He wants them to be slow.
All the reaction, all the analysis, Football Daily podcast available via the BBC Sounds app. That's where you'll find the likes of the Women's Football Weekly as well. Every Wednesday, Emi Martinez just walking out gently with the ball at his feet into the last 10 minutes of the game at Villa Park. Super Bowl still to come on 5 Live tonight. Coverage starts from 11 o'clock. Should be some show in Las Vegas. Kansas City Chiefs against the San Francisco 49ers. Maguire and McGinn having a right old battle there. McGinn turns away from Maguire, wins the free kick. Furious that he wasn't given the advantage. Proper wrestling match that.
That's a yellow card. He's talking to him. It's a booking. How is that not a booking? Am I missing something here, Ali, or what? He's give yellow cards to Casemiro, who doesn't make a challenge. Harry Maguire pulls John McGinn back. He doesn't book him.
McGinn's doing the classic thing there, just shielding the ball, using his body strength to keep Maguire away from it. Maguire was having none of it, wanted to get involved, get physical with him, didn't get the yellow card. Villa did get the free kick. Are we going to build to a pacey, breathless finish? Because at the moment it's just the sort of calm before the storm, isn't it?
You're right. When you said it earlier on, the last 10 minutes, now it's probably the last 8 or 7 minutes, and then there's going to just be
it's like
barnstorming finish.
It's like that heart rate monitor at the moment. It's just beat, and we're waiting for it to sort of pick up. Maguire clears with his right foot, ball up in the air, Cash leaps, heads it forward. Underneath it is Watkins, cushions it on the volley, trying to turn from Varane. Great from Watkins, looking for the run of Diaby, couldn't find him. Good skills from Varane. Might lose it here. Diaby's all over Varane holding him off. Diaby eventually's fouled him. He was under real pressure there, but he did well for Manchester United.
Yeah, he did, Rafa Varane. I thought the first one was a foul on Watkins, but it was good play from Varane.
So Manchester United free kick. I mean, given the fact that they are 8 points behind Aston Villa, I would have thought they'd go for it.
Yeah, I think he's happy to take the point.
I know, it looks like that,
Ten
doesn't
it? Because he's not even looking to bring on any more attacking players.
That's what I think. And Aston Villa are the ones complaining, saying, come on, Manchester United, get on with it. Maybe it's all part of the master plan. Here's Maguire inside his own half, long ball over the top. McTominay goes charging towards it. Matty Cash has it covered, pokes it back to his goalkeeper Martinez. All he can do, put his right foot through it and clear it out to the right. And Johnny Evans, controlled little touch off the field as one of the subs warming up, knocks it to Garnacho, takes the throw, and Lindelof on the ball. And Unai Emery is moving up with his defensive line and clapping his hands together. Then he apologises to the fourth official for being over animated in front of him. Apologises again as he does it again. Ball played to Maguire, he's under pressure from McGinn here, just outside his own penalty area. Handles it well though to Lindelof. Lindelof back to Casemiro. Whenever Manchester United are on that ball just outside their box, Villa fans, you can hear, getting very excited. Dalot in space on the right for Manchester United. White shirts in the penalty area. Double step over. Ball gets away from him.
I don't know what
it's cleared by Morrison.
I don't know what he's doing. All these step overs. He had half a yard. Just cross the ball into the box. If you're a centre forward like Hoyland, I'm saying get crosses into the box.
Yeah. Have you seen that Class of '92 film about the Manchester United lads?
Yeah.
There's a great bit in there where Phil Neville tells a story where he worked on training for ages, developed a step over, did it like that in a game once, and Roy Keane gave him an absolute rocket and said, "What on earth are you doing? That is not your job."
And that is Roy Keane.
5 minutes to go in the game. Villa are going to make a change. Zaniolo might be coming on here. Villa 1, Manchester United 1. Scoop ball down the right for Kobbie Mainoo. Cross this time in from Dalot. Header, McTominay.
What do they say about crossing the ball?
What a brilliant header from Scott McTominay. Does it again for Manchester United. Wonderful cross. Picks him out in the middle. And Emi Martinez could not save that. It went in like a rocket. Villa 1, Manchester United 2.
Yeah, and look, Varane and Douglas Luiz are at it again. I don't know what's going on between them two. But yeah, it's a good ball in from Dalot. Really good ball in. And it's a free header. And that's what I said 2 minutes ago. Put the ball into the box. And when you can deliver it like Dalot can, instead of doing step overs, you get your chance. Brilliant ball and brilliant from Scott McTominay.
8 goals for Scott McTominay this season. not a regular starter at the moment, 7 of those in the Premier League, brilliant goal scoring form for Scotland as well, has been thrust forward. So we were talking about Manchester United settling for the draw, but McTominay coming on always offers that threat. And as you said, Clint, you said seconds before, he's just got to get that crossing, get it in. McTominay made the run and met it with a brilliant header, and that means a heck of a lot to those Manchester United
It does, and
players.
sometimes when you're on the touchline, you keep telling your players to calm. No, sometimes you got to push on, and that's what happens. You sit back, you invite pressure like Villa just did in the last 5 or 10 minutes, and it's a brilliant goal, brilliant header from McTominay. Gets a lot of criticism, but he deserves that.
Unai Emery's shoulders have slumped. Manchester United heading for 3 Premier League wins in a row. They'll be 5 points behind Aston Villa. Aston Villa here heading for 3 consecutive home defeats in a row. Zaniolo and Dean on, McGinn and Alex Moreno off. Air has been sucked out of Villa Park, certainly from the home fans, but look at the away fans, the Manchester United fans singing, pointing, taunting the Aston Villa fans. And you're right as well, Clinton, well spotted. Rafa Varane went to go and give Douglas Luiz some, because Luiz celebrated in his face when he got the equaliser. I think if you're Douglas Luiz, you give it out, you've got to take it.
Yeah, 100%.
Haven't you?
And that's part and parcel of football.
Yeah. 3 minutes remaining. What a win this could be for Manchester United. Scott McTominay yet again. Douglas Luiz, ball to the left, and it seemed a little more like Villa might be the team that would push on and press for the winner. Still time potentially for the equaliser. Ball comes back here to Diego Carlos. Plenty to talk about on 606 tonight. We'll be with the lads shortly. 08085 909 693 to have your say. Today's games in the Premier League: West Ham 0, Arsenal 6, and here looks like Manchester United may have got themselves a late winner. We're into the 88th minute of the game, leading 2-1 thanks to the McTominay header. Cross in towards the far post. Maguire, awkward, heads it away. Diaby, first time ball into the box, cut out by Casemiro, played forward to Garnacho, runs it out for Manchester United, gives it away to Tielemans. Tielemans plays back to Cash. Cash to Diaby. Diaby running at Lindelof, heading for the byline on the right, does get the crossing, looks over hit from here, ballooned all the way out of the penalty area. Luca Dean hauls Bruno Fernandes to the floor. Free kick for
I didn't understand that substitution. I thought Moreno, maybe he thought he was tired, because Moreno, I think, is a better fullback than Digne going forward. I think he's brilliant, and obviously he was injured at the start and Digne came in and done well, but Moreno's a better player for me.
So free kick for Manchester United. They will take their time, closing in on a really big win for Erik ten Hag and his team. Took the lead in the first half through Rasmus Højlund. Douglas Luiz with the equaliser. Scott McTominay's goal came in the 87th minute, and a win puts them 5 points behind Aston Villa with 14 Premier League games to play for both of them. Poor pass out to the right to try and find Diaby. Double change coming for Manchester United just to try and see this game through. Experience of Johnny Evans and the Moroccan international Sofiane Amrabat. Cross in from Cash. Header from Watkins straight at Onana. Good power on the header. It's from long range from the edge of the box. Onana makes a good safe catch. Three really good saves from Onana today as well, Clinton, that have played a big part in this game.
Yeah, he's made some big saves, in particular the first half, and then one in the second half where Watkins, it was kind of straight at him, but he still had to make the save in good positional body position. You know what I would say, Al?
Yep.
Moments in match. Diaby had a great opportunity, he missed it, wasn't ruthless enough, and McTominay put his chance away. It's just moments in football matches.
Highlights tonight, match of the day too. BBC 1 at 10:30. Diaby plays back to Cash. Villa have to go quickly now, 89th minute of the game. Ball across to Diego Carlos. Erik ten Hag still having words with Johnny Evans and Sofiane Amrabat. Carlos up to Watkins. Watkins first time layoff to Luiz. A few of the light blue plastic seats popping up around the ground as Villa fans start to make their way home. 6 minutes of added time start now for Villa to try and find an equaliser. Carlos lays it off to Longley. Diego Carlos again, the Brazilian. Just inside the centre circle, crosses the halfway line, plays it forward to Zaniolo. He's got time to turn, runs away from McTominay, goes right to Cash. Tielemans on the ball for Villa. Back to Cash again. Zaniolo making runs ahead of Cash. Cash plays back to Tielemans. Manchester United sit in their defensive shape. Scoop pass forward from Tielemans. Diaby can't win it. Casemiro's there. Tielemans takes it off his toe. Little pass here to Ramsey. Ramsey's got the runner. Luca Dean outside. Good sliding challenge by Fernandes. Out it goes for a throw to Aston Villa.
Yeah, it's the timing of the pass, to be fair, but it's good tracking back by Bruno Fernandes on that right-hand side. Really good defending.
Right, here come the changes for Manchester United. Rasmus Højlund will come off. He's taken too long over that, says Robert Jones. In fact, he was trying to come all the way across the pitch. He's got to go off at the nearest point, getting a shove off the field by Douglas Luiz. Højlund stands his ground. This is going to waste a little bit more time. Bruno Fernandes comes over to protect his teammate, and Rasmus Højlund, I think very sensibly, has decided to take the longer way round in front of the Manchester United fans initially.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that end.
Not the whole end.
No, I wouldn't go the whole end. No chance.
Kobbie Mainoo is coming off. He is in front of the Holt end, and he is just walking slowly behind the Manchester United goal. Minute and a half of added time gone. 4.5 minutes still to go. Villa 1, Manchester United 2. Further signs of a Manchester United revival today here at Villa Park. Seemed to be on the ropes a little bit at times in the second half, but a real sting of a punch late in the game, the Scott McTominay header. Defending still to do though. Tielemans, pass to Cash. Cash, edge of the box. Garnacho in front of him. Left-footed shot, and Onana just plucks it out of the air.
Yeah, it's good play from Mike Cash. He's tried on his right-hand side. He cuts inside, but it's a comfortable save from Onana. It's got to be something special to beat him this afternoon.
2 wins in 7 Premier League games it will be for Aston Villa. And in terms of the home games, of course, since those brilliant back-to-back wins against Arsenal and Manchester City, they've not been able to recreate those sorts of performances. The draw against Sheffield United, there was a win against Burnley, but it required a very late winner. Defeat against Newcastle, lost against Chelsea in the FA Cup, losing here as well. Still time though. Diego Carlos across to Tielemans inside his own half. Manchester United just trying to cut off all the avenues of attack. Just banks, lines of white shirts. Tielemans trying to play through them. High ball, Cash flicks it on, easy for Onana to come off his line and get it. Watkins immediately comes running towards him, runs round Harry Maguire. Onana does his best to take it to the furthest point of the penalty area to run a little bit more time off the clock. 3 minutes of added time gone. 3 minutes of added time remaining. Just makes it more exciting for the neutral as well. Clinton, Manchester United 5 points behind Aston Villa. They will be 6 points behind Tottenham as well.
Yeah, it's titles on, relegation, top 4.
Casemiro's lob ball over the top. Garnacho nods it down, angles tight, and the shot takes a deflection, nearly creeps into the top corner. Martinez had to be careful there, toppling backwards, but caught it cleanly in front of the line. Threw it out quickly to Tielemans. Tielemans up to the halfway line. Needs some energy now from Aston Villa late in this game. Got to keep going. Manager's still got plenty of energy on the sidelines here as he waves them forward.
He's always got energy. He's brilliant to watch.
Carlos plays to Jacob Ramsey. Live reaction into 6:06 with Robbie Savage and Chris Sutton. That is on the way here on 5 Live and BBC Sounds, taking the calls through until 8 o'clock. Jacob Ramsey on the ball. Just over 2 minutes to go. Villa 1, Manchester United 2. Good from Tielemans. Evades the challenge of Casemiro. Little flick cross into the box. Headed away. Falls to Ramsey. Oh, hit that well with his left foot. Could have gone anywhere. Deflection. Garnacho plays it back into the area. Maguire reacts quickest. Did well for Manchester United. Runs it round Diaby. Plays it down the left-hand side. Tielemans tackles Garnacho. And that'll be a throw for Manchester United.
Yeah, it was good. They've defended well, Man United. Apart from the Douglas Luiz goal, they have defended well. They put their body on the line. And they're missing Martinez, but Varane's gone in there and done a really good job.
So throw in Manchester United, minute and a half to go. Victor Lindelof taking his time, wiping the ball very deliberately on his Manchester United away shirt. Throw down the left-hand side. McTominay, who looks like he's going to be the match winner, heads it forward. Chases his own flick on. Back it comes to Emi Martinez, just over a minute to play.
I don't understand. Just get it forward. Do you know what I mean? It's a minute to go.
Yeah. Diego Carlos stops for a second inside his own half. Villa fans think exactly the same.
That's what I mean. There's no time to be standing on the ball.
Forward it goes to Zaniolo. The urgency's not quite there, is it? Tielemans to his left. Here it comes now, though, potentially. Long lay forward in the attack on the left-hand side. Can they fashion one more chance? 50 seconds to play. Manchester United leading 2-1. Ball across to Diego Carlos. Here it comes. Cross into the box. Onana off his line. So easy for him to come and collect that.
Yeah, he needs to stay out of the way because, as I said, he's not a ball-playing centre-half. He's a good defender, but when you're trying to play out from the back, he's not as good as someone like a Konza. So he should have just left that to Tielemans.
Manchester United fans, flags waving. You can hear the songs. Big result for them. Full-time whistle coming any second. Just got to see it through now. Andre Onana, long clearance downfield, volleyed away by Diego Carlos. Maguire comes and wins the header, nods it forward to Garnacho. 10 seconds to play. Garnacho back to Lindelof. Lindelof into Casemiro. Tielemans in with the challenge, catches him. That'll be a free kick. And Manchester United will take that all day long. Casemiro stays down. And Manchester United, I'm sure, will either keep possession here, just go long. They know the game is almost up. 3 Premier League wins in a row, Clinton. They are on the road to recovery, aren't they?
They are starting to turn the corner, and this looks a spirited performance, a togetherness, and there were times where Aston Villa were outstanding. They were on the front foot, but they defended, and then they on the counter-attack scored a really good goal.
Scores so many important goals to Scott McTominay, and he's done it again tonight, and now he's running for the ball. Maguire goes long. There's the full-time whistle. Manchester United win at Villa Park. 3 Premier League wins in a row, courtesy of an 87th minute bullet header from the substitute Scott McTominay. Dalot found him with the cross, and Manchester United move to within 5 points of Aston Villa. It's getting better for Erik ten Hag and his team. Clinton Morrison.
No, it is. This is a proper away performance because it's a hard place to go, Villa Park. I know they haven't been in good form recently, but it's a tough game to come here and get a result like this at Villa Park. It's a brilliant result for Man United. And yes, listen, they had to defend, but every team has to come to Villa Park has to defend. They defended in their numbers and scored 2 really good goals, so credit to Man United.
Go back a couple of weeks, the Kobbie Mainoo late winner at Molineux feels like a really big moment for Manchester United. It was a very good performance that night. It looks so together now, everyone committed, a lot of effort, better football, on the rack a little bit in the second half at Villa Park, but Scott McTominay has done the business, and now those Manchester United players in their white shirts slowly troop over towards the Manchester United fans who are celebrating a big 3 points. Aston Villa 1, Manchester United 2.
Manchester United 6th in the Premier League, 41 points. Villa 5th on 46. Remember, Liverpool topped the league on 54. So let's just get the first bit sorted, Clinton Morrison. Aston Villa are in a top 4 race, nothing above that, yeah?
Yeah, I said that all along. They were always in a top 4 race. I said it at the start, and I do believe that. And I just think that the other 3 teams, Man City, Arsenal and Liverpool, are superior to these teams at the moment. But they're definitely, they're in a top 4 race without a shadow of a doubt, but not to win the Premier League title, no way.
I've just been looking, Ali, at Manchester United's fixtures for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
Away from home, other than the derby against Manchester City, which is in a few weeks, the only other team away from home in the top 9 that they've got to play is Brighton. So the run-in is not bad for them. It certainly could be worse.
And actually, Steve, just talking about top 9, I mentioned that stat in the game. That's another thing they've achieved today. So under Erik ten Hag, away from home previously against any top 9 team, they've not won. They've done it today, which is another sign of the improvement of Manchester United. We asked the question last week, didn't we, after the controlled win over West Ham, could they then go to Villa Park and do it again? Well, they've done that. Next week they've got to go to Luton. That's another commentary on a Sunday afternoon on 5 Live. That will present a different challenge, but they were definitely tested today, Steve. You know, Aston Villa had really good spells in that game, got it back to 1-1, and at that point I actually felt Villa were probably the favourites to go on and win it, but Manchester United paid their time and got themselves a great winner.
The other thing, Clinton, is you don't have to go back very far at all to find us having discussions about Manchester United's first 11 not really looking like a proper team. Fast forward a few weeks, now they've got strength and depth coming off the bench, like Scott McTominay, to win them the game.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, Scott McTominay gets a lot of stick, but he always pops up with crucial goals, and he's popped up with another crucial goal today, a winning goal. And you're right, it is strength and depth, and that's what they have got at Man United. But we were watching this a month ago, Crossy, and it was nowhere near good enough. It looked disjointed. It looked like players' body language looked like they didn't want to run around. There's a great togetherness now, and that happens by winning football matches. So huge confidence moving forward. All these Man United fans that have travelled here today in their numbers, they'll be going back up the road happy, and they'll be believing they can finish in that top 4.
And just to finish, Clinton, back to Aston Villa. Have they got some sort of big problem? Is there a reason why suddenly they've lost 3 home games on the spin in League and Cup? Or are they just in a bad spell?
No, they're in a bad spell. There's not a problem. I didn't see Aston Villa. They didn't play badly today, Crossy. They played good. They missed big chances in the first half and chances in the second half. And Onana made 2 or 3 really good saves. So you have to credit Onana. He made big saves at big moments. So Villa fans will be disappointed the run they run at the moment, but they'll get back to winning ways. And as I said, the job Unai Emery is doing here is fantastic. But if you're Villa fans, I won't be worrying about it. It's going to go right to the wire, this top 4, without a shadow of doubt.
Ali, enjoy the Super Bowl. Clinton, enjoy the halftime show.
Don't worry, I'll be performing on it. See you later.
I'd watch you before I watched Usher, to be honest. But 08085 909 693 606 is on the way. Chris Sutton and Robbie Savage, get your calls in now.